Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
If you are calling about a Humana Medicaid member from the state of Florida, press 1. All other callers, please press 2.
Humana Healthy Horizons in Florida. Para Español, marque 9. Calls may be recorded for quality assurance. If you need immediate medical services, please hang up and dial 911 or your local emergency service provider. How can we help you today?
I need a talk therapist who helps people who are traumatized from police brutality and police brutality cover-up attempts that have caused injuries to their upper extremities and lower extremities.
Sorry. Please say yes or no. Are you calling as a member?
Yes.
To get started, what's the date of birth of the person you're calling about? Thank you. Which policy are you calling about? Medical?
Medical?
Sorry. I didn't get that. Which policy are you calling about? For medical, press 1. For pharmacy, press 2. Or for Go365, press 3. You can also say, I'm not sure, or press pound. Finally, please choose one of the following options. You can say prescription benefits, medical benefits, claims, or ID card. Otherwise, please tell me what else you'd like to do in your own words.
I need a talk therapist who helps people who are traumatized and injured from police brutality and police brutality cover-up attempts that have caused injuries to their upper extremities and lower extremities.
And one last thing. Once you're done speaking with a representative, if selected, would you like to take a survey to provide feedback about your experience?
No.
All right. One moment, please.
Thank you for calling Humana. This is Brittany. How can I help you?
Brittany, I need a talk therapist, preferably one that speaks Arabic, who helps people with police brutality and police brutality cover-up attempts that have caused injuries to their upper extremities and lower extremities.
Okay, I'm going to get you to our behavioral health side. They're the ones that would handle this. Give me 1 second, okay? Okay. All right, message you over now. You have a good day. Thank you for calling Carillon Behavioral Health, the company that manages mental health and substance use services for Humana Health Plan. If you are experiencing an immediate, life-threatening crisis, please press 9. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911 now. For English, press 1 or stay on the line. Para español, oprima el número 2. This call may be monitored to ensure the quality of our service. Please let us know if you do not want this call recorded. If you are a member, please press 1. If you are a healthcare professional, please press 2. To repeat these options, press 9. Please be advised that free language services are available. For questions related to your medical coverage, please press 1. For claims and web inquiries, please press 2. For benefits and eligibility, please press 3. For referrals, please press 4. For all other questions, please press 5. To repeat these options, press 9. To return to the previous menu, press pound. Please make a valid selection. Please be advised that free language services are available. For questions related to your medical coverage, please press 1. For claims and web inquiries, please press 2. For benefits and eligibility, please press 3. For referrals, please press 4. For all other questions, please press 5. To repeat these options, press. At the end of the call, if interested, please stay on the line for a brief survey. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling customer service. My name is Josie. How may I assist you?
I need a talk therapist that helps people with police brutality and police brutality cover-up attempts that have caused injuries to their upper extremities and lower extremities.
I am so sorry. Absolutely. May I have your name and the number you're calling from just in case we get disconnected?
My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. My phone number is 772-538-8586.
Thank you so much, Omar. Do you have your member ID on your insurance card?
It's H as in Halo 08403-701.
Thank you so much. All right. And would you be able to confirm your date of birth?
Yes. It's December 14th, 1988.
Thank you. Okay. And is your name different on the insurance card? Excuse me.
It might have my full name or my first and last name. My full name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. My first name is Omar. My middle name is Mohsen Ibrahim. My last name is Fuad.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. It just looks like they didn't have it the same, but it's okay. You're matched for HIPAA, okay? What is the best time to reach you if we have to follow up with anything?
Anytime. I'm on Social Security disability income. I'm injured. I'm traumatized. I'm literally being tortured, harassed, manipulated maliciously. My phone is being unethically hacked. My opposing counsels in the police brutality case are government employees from the city of Miami, because the city of Miami Police Department caused injuries to my neck and my back and my lower extremities. And they also tried to cover up the police brutality case. I'm on Social Security disability income. I'm receiving Social Security disability income because of the injuries caused in the police brutality case to my upper extremities and lower extremities. Once again, that the police tried to cover up. They've got all of my information. They have my information from my health insurance also, because I'm on Humana Medicaid health insurance, government health insurance. And once again, my opposing counsels are a municipality of city and state government. I need a talk therapist, preferably one that speaks Arabic.
Okay. Therapist, Arabic speaking. Okay. All right. I am so sorry. At this moment, are you having any thoughts of harming yourself or someone else?
I feel very sad, to be quite honest with you. I'm having to repeat this situation over and over, hoping that somebody would help me. At this point, I need to get it medically documented that I'm trying to get help.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that'll help that'll help me not having to repeat the same thing over and over. So I need a talk therapist, preferably one that speaks Arabic.
Okay. So we want someone that's informed with trauma, right? So that you're not having to relive it.
Correct.
I gotcha. Okay. Wait, you're not currently in a crisis right now or in danger of harming yourself or others? Like at this moment?
Well, I'm in a situation that is reoccurring. It's involving reoccurring violations of 18 USC SS 1513 and Statute 766.110. The reoccurring violation of 18 USC SS 1513 is the retaliation against a victim, witness, or an informant statute. Specifically, multiple government employees trying to cover up the police brutality case that caused injuries to my upper and lower extremities, and that has been reoccurring, and it's still occurring now. That's why I'm trying to reach out to a talk therapist, preferably one that speaks Arabic. And the reoccurring violation of Statute 766.110 is the healthcare liability statute. And that's also reoccurring because every time I go to the doctor or hospital, they purposely do things to make me more sick and make my injuries worse. And also, they have been sending me unsanitary transportation vehicles, and the transportation vehicles that they're sending me to take me to and from my doctor's appointments, they're always filthy. The seats are filthy. The smell of the vehicle will be bad, and sometimes it'll smell toxic to the point where I would get sick within 1 minute of just opening the vehicle door and or sitting and putting my seatbelt on. And literally within that 1 minute, I would have to get out of the vehicle after feeling symptoms of coronavirus and feeling sick because of the smell and the unsanitariness of the vehicle, and having to go right back into the hospital or having to call the ambulance to take me to a hospital, sometimes immediately after leaving a doctor's appointment. Like, for example, the most recent situation involved me going to my neurologist here in Tallahassee, Florida, and he told me that my hands and arms keep going numb because of the injuries to my neck and the fact that I have nerve entrapment. And that nerve entrapment that's causing the pain in my neck and my hands and arms going numb is because of the police brutality case when the officer put me in a chokehold, and then he twisted my neck to the right on purpose, attempting to break my neck. And then he picked me up and he body slammed me onto the concrete onto my left side. And he did that on purpose out of retaliation because I told on him for pushing me in my chest 3 times.
I'm so sorry. That is absolutely terrible. No one should ever have to go through that. I'm so sorry, Omar. I know you said you're really sad, and listen, like, it's understandable that you would be sad about this and having to relive that every day. It's not something that anyone would want for themselves, so I'm very sorry about that. We just want to make sure that you're safe right now before we continue. Do you feel like you want to hurt yourself or hurt someone else right now?
I just feel like crying right now, to be honest with you.
Okay, I'm so sorry. We can definitely find someone for you as far as a provider. If you were in a crisis, the only difference would be we would just get you to a clinician to just make sure you're okay, and not in immediate danger. and then they would make sure that you would get someone as well, okay? Really sorry. Would you mind telling me, do you want the person you want to see, do you want them to be in person or you want them in a video call? I understand that with the whole transportation thing, that might not be something you want to do again. If you can't drive, maybe telehealth is an option.
Yeah, telehealth would probably be best in this particular type of situation.
Okay, absolutely. Excuse me. Okay, so we'll do telehealth. Before we go into that, did you want me to look into your benefits and eligibility for your insurance, or just skip over it for now?
Oh, I think it's covered.
Okay, yeah. Any questions on coverage, or we're good for now?
I'm assuming it should be covered. It's a government health insurance. I'm on Social Security disability income because of government employees injuring me. I'm assuming the insurance would cover, the medical treatments for that. If not, then I guess that's another form of retaliation.
I can definitely. How about we do this? We'll just do a check. You may be very well right, but I always offer just to check the plan because you never know, right? Let's go ahead and take a look here, just to make sure. Unless you don't want to, you could tell me no. Let me see. You can interrupt me and tell me you don't want to review. That's fine too.
Whatever I gotta do.
You still with me, Omar?
Yes, whatever. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to be able to fully recover, or at least get as close as I possibly can to fully recovering. I know that
I get it.
I know that I need money to be able to fully recover, or at least get as close as I can to fully recovering. So, documenting me trying to fully recover, from the doctor at or from the Humana Medicaid government health insurance is acknowledgeable enough from a legal perspective.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll do this. Let me review everything, and we'll see. That way, you're informed on what you're covered for, what you have the rights to as far as your plan benefits. Okay.
Okay.
Here. All right. So, okay. So I have to read it according to the script that the health plan gives us. Okay. It says, a member has Medicaid through Humana, Florida. I can see that the member has been active since June 1st, 2022 to current. The member has $0 copay, no deductible or out-of-pocket limitation. The member has 208 unit limitations to outpatient therapy services. Providers can request additional units as long as they meet medical necessity. So basically, your breakdown of your plan is, you're fully covered with no responsibility to pay out of pocket. It does give you an initial 208 units. So they have your plan layout is to have 208 units per your year for your plan. But if your provider needs more, if the provider says, nope, he needs more time, they will give you more time, or they will request more time to give you in the session. So it's based on medical necessity. Whatever you medically need, they can approve for you, okay? So that is at 208 units, each unit being 15 minutes. That gives you about an hour a week of therapy, as far as if they need to break it down into half-hour sessions, or if they want you to see you for an hour. Sometimes it's 45 minutes. It really depends on the treatment plan you and your provider set up, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, but if you need more time, it can be requested, okay? So you're not going to be hold back for anything that's not for anything medically necessary. They're not going to delay you on that. Okay. Questions, concerns?
Do I need to sign something, or do I need to talk to someone else, or what do I do from here?
So I can find you a list of providers. I can either give them to you over the phone, like you write down the phone numbers, or I can email you a list, or I can walk you to our website. And then from there, all you would need to do is just give the providers a call and let them know you were referred to them by Carolyn Behavioral Health for your Humana plan. And they would just make the appointment. There's no like referral required. It's just you. I think we're going to find you providers that are taking your insurance and are accepting patients. Okay?
Okay. Are there any Arabic-speaking talk therapists?
There is a filter we could put for languages. Let me look it up right now. 1 second. And we want something telehealth, right?
Yes.
I didn't forget about that. Telehealth, there's one we offer that's, because you want to be seen fairly quickly, right? There's one that we have. It doesn't tell me if they do Arabic, but it's worth a shot to check because they're 100% virtual, and they generally can book somebody pretty quickly within a day or two, okay? Usually within a couple days to a week, you have an appointment. Like, usually they're very fast. That's because they don't have a building to limit them. They're like a lot of providers, and they're all virtual, okay? Do you want that number first? And then I can pull up a list for specifically Arabic speaking?
No, I need an Arabic speaking.
Sure. Okay. That's perfectly fine. All right. 1 second. Let's do the language filter. Thank you for your patience.
I've noticed the Arabic speaking doctors that I've been able to find, they have been more understanding, and the doctors that I've been able to find who weren't Arabic speaking or Muslim, they didn't really care too much about my situation at all. They just kind of treated me as just, another number or name on their list of people that are being billed to my insurance. So it's just, I, from experience, I know an Arabic-speaking doctor or Arabic-speaking talk therapist is better, being that I'm Muslim and I speak Arabic.
Understand. Yeah, no, I can definitely understand that. Was that any of our providers? Did you want to file a complaint on that?
I did already. I've reported this to the Special Investigations Unit at Humana for several years. Now more than ever, being that it's post-COVID coronavirus pandemic and post the situation involving Muslims and Jewish people, and the situation that's being broadcasted in Palestine and in Israel. It's, more than ever, it's necessary for me to find an Arabic-speaking doctor or a Muslim doctor I have a Muslim name.
I understand.
Yeah, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. So with the amount of
Oh no, I get it.
with the amount of people that are choosing sides in the public view, from religion to poor to rich and all these different things. I've become a target because my name and because of the fact that I'm Muslim. I mean, the only other way I could see around that is changing my name and probably bleaching my hair or something. I don't know, but that would probably be a start to approach the situation without having to worry so much about being discriminated against more than I already am being discriminated against.
I'm so sorry. Well, let me do my best to find you someone that speaks Arabic. What area did you want to look in? It doesn't matter if it's telehealth, right? As long as they are taking your plan, you're okay if they're telehealth, even if they're on the other side of the state?
Well, I'm in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay.
The police brutality happened in Miami, Florida, in South Florida.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm in Tallahassee, Florida for my safety.
Okay. Well, I'll put Tallahassee. I'm not having anything in Tallahassee anyway. For all of these are telehealth, but kind of farther away. Like the closest one is Ocala. So that's for the telehealth. Like people that are just offering the telehealth. But yeah, there are providers available. Don't know what their availabilities are as far as like when the next available appointment is, but I can email you this, and if you like, I can give you that one phone number that can book you fairly quickly. Only reason why I'm asking about that one is because you can call them and ask if they have a provider. They do have a lot of providers. So you could technically ask if they have a provider that speaks Arabic. And if not, you don't have to go with them. You just go to the list I sent you,
So were you able to find
Would you be comfortable with that?
Were you able to find any Arabic speaking?
I have. Oh, yeah. I have quite a list here. It says how many results it's telling me? 77.
Okay.
And if I filter it out, some of these are psychiatrists, so we don't want medication. We want counselors, right? And so counselors and like clinical social workers, those type of people that are doing therapy. 1 second. For counselors, it gives me 18 in your state that are doing telehealth therapy that speak Arabic.
Okay.
I could send you this, and then you would just give them a call and see when their next available appointment are, okay? Do you want me to go ahead and email you this one?
Yes, please. My email address is duediligencecorporate@gmail.com. Do is spelled D as in Delta, U as in uniform, E as in echo, diligence, regular spelling, corporate, regular spelling, @gmail.com. So it's do diligence corporate @gmail.com.
Got it. Thanks, Omar. All right, it's sending over. In just like a moment, you'll have a notification that says Caroline Behavioral Health emailed you something. If you could do me a favor, let me know that you have it, because I want to make sure you have it before we hang up so you don't have to call again. Unless you want to, we're more than happy to help. But that way you don't have to call for the same thing if you don't need to,
Is it coming from the U.S. Department of Justice. I just received an email from
No.
the U.S. Department of Justice.
That's not us. No. We're Carolyn Behavioral Health.
Yeah, I haven't received the email yet.
Okay. I can always resend it. I'm going to just double check the spelling, too. D-U-E diligence corporate at gmail.com. All right, let me try resending it. Am I spelling diligence right? Hold on. I-L-I-G-E. Yeah, I spelled it right. Okay, it's resending. All right, I just resent it.
Okay, I just got it. 5:33 p.m. It says no reply at carelon.com.
Caroline, yep, that's it.
Carolyn Behavioral Health Provider Directory Listing ZX.
Yep. So the referrals, all that the list of people that we're sending you, not like a primary care referral, just like we're referring you to these people for the language that they're speaking for Arabic, and the specialty we're looking for is telehealth. So all of those providers, I have filtered out from the directory what we're looking for, and they all speak Arabic.
It all says the same name. It says Karen Trahan. TR.
You got 4 entries for her, yeah. You got 4, actually. You got like 6. Hold on. She's everywhere.
4, 6,
okay,
8.
it's that iRecovery has 1, 2, 3, 4. They have all these locations. All right, let's fix this. 1 second. It looks like she's...
There's 7.
So technically Karen and like 1 person.
It says
Right,
17 of them. There's 17 of them with the name Karen Trahan, LMHC, and then 1 of them with the name Mahmoud Hassan, LMHC. So
you are correct. I am so sorry. Let's see what we can filter out. So that's counselor. Let's try a different provider type that does therapy, okay? Let's do social worker. These are people that are clinical social workers. They do counseling too and therapy. There we go. We got a better list. I'm going to email you this one too, okay? Thank you for letting me know that.
I received another email, but it says Veterans Health.
That's not us. Oop. Disregard that one. Well, unless you want to open it, but that's not us. All right. Excuse me. All right. This one is on the second list. It's going out now. And then, so you'll have this one. It's going to be Hannah Soliman and Pamela Carr and Jane Giles. Jane Giles is like at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. When they're telehealth and they work for multiple locations, sometimes that can happen. I'm so sorry. But you do have a few more here that speak Arabic.
Okay, I just received it, 5:35 p.m.
Perfect. Let me know if anything for that one.
See, it says Hannah Soliman, M.A. She sounds like she speaks Arabic. The other ones, I don't know if they speak Arabic.
They don't have...
Well, I will tell you this. I like when we filter them out, we filter it by the language, but the people that do the contracting for the providers with the insurance, they verify all of that. They make sure that it's true. Like, for example, if the provider says, I speak Spanish and I specialize in trauma, they make sure, okay, like they actually do a background check on that.
Does it say who has a better rating?
No, that's the only thing. It doesn't tell us like ratings. I mean, you could individually Google them. You can feel free to check on your own. You don't have to like book an appointment. With the first one. You can definitely check around these lists. If you want to check them, give them a call and then give us a call back and see if there's other options, because this list can change within a week or two. Sometimes there's more providers that are available. I got this filtered out by only the people that are taking patients right now that speak Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be that a provider that was full becomes available.
And these people, they accept my insurance?
Yep. I've looked specifically in the network for Humana.
All right, let me try to call one of them.
Humana Medicaid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to call one of them while we're on the phone now, just to avoid wasting time and me having to call back several times. Hold on one second.
I understand.
Welcome to Balanced Wellbeing Services, where we focus on improving quality of residential life, facility compliance, and outpatient services. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may enter it at any time. If you are a nursing home, assisted living facility, group home, or hospital calling, please press 0 for a live receptionist 24/7. If you're calling for an outpatient office during business hours, please choose one of the following options. For Melbourne, please press 1. For Ocala, please press 2. For Lake City, please press 3. For Vero Beach, please press 4. For Fort Pierce, please press 5. If you're calling after business hours, not sure which office location you need, or simply want to speak to a live receptionist 24/7, please press 0. Welcome to Balanced Wellbeing Psychiatry and Psychology Services, where we focus on improving quality of residential life, facility compliance, and outpatient services. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may enter it at any time. If you are a nursing home, assisted living facility, group home, or hospital calling, please press 0 for a live receptionist 24/7. If you're calling for an outpatient office during business hours, please choose one of the following options. For Melbourne, please press 1. For Ocala, please press 2. For Lake City, please press 3. For Vero Beach, please press 4. For Fort Pierce, please press 5. If you're calling after business hours, not sure which office location you need, or simply want to speak to a live receptionist 24/7, please press 0.
Balanced Wellbeing, how may I help?
I'm trying to schedule an appointment with an Arabic-speaking talk therapist that helps with police brutality and police brutality cover-up attempts that cause injuries to my upper extremities and lower extremities.
Okay. Actually, sir, but unfortunately, we do not have any bilingual therapist or psychiatrist right now.
Are there any Arabic-speaking therapists that I could schedule an appointment with?
Unfortunately, no.
So it says that there's an Arabic-speaking therapist named Hannah Soliman.
It was, but she has left like long back. So, unfortunately, currently we do not have anyone.
Okay. Do you still accept Humana Medicaid?
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay. What happened to the Arabic-speaking therapist?
We don't have it anymore, actually.
Why?
She left, and we currently we do not have any other, bilingual therapist or psychiatrist, to be fair.
Say that again?
We currently do not have anyone who can speak Arabic.
Okay, so Hannah Soliman no longer works there. Go back to the first list. Mahmoud Hassan. Does it say that Mahmoud Hassan is still there? Hello?
I'm still here. I don't know if the provider. Did you disconnect with the provider?
Yeah, I hung up the phone on him.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were speaking with me. I just submitted a correction request to our provider relations department for Hannah Sullivan because they're supposed to update us when the provider leaves the practice. So I submitted a correction request so they can get her removed, okay? And they can inform the practice. And the other one was for
that's been happening a lot. I noticed.
Mahmoud Hassan, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I've never seen this happen like this.
Yeah, it's happened.
All right, let me see what are the other options for you.
I'm trying to call Mahmoud Hassan. I said it's happened a lot throughout the years. I'm kind of familiar with. Kind of become an advocate at this point of having to relay that information to Humana so they could report it and all this stuff. It's really causing a lot more problems to me, and it's benefiting Humana obviously, but it's making more problems for me. Let me try to call Mahmoud Hassan. Hold on. 933-2100.
Thank you for calling Tampa Bay Therapist and Associates. If this is, please call 911. We're unable to come to the phone right now. We're assisting other customers. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you. Gracias por llamar a la oficina de Tampa Bay Terapias y Asociados. Si se trata de una emergencia, llama al 9.
Try to call them again. 813.
I'm going to look into that one that's telehealth just to see if they have anything online about Arabic speaking language, okay? Thank you for calling. Here quickly, okay? If this is an emergency, please call 911. We're unable to come to the phone right now. We're assisting other customers. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you. Gracias por llamar a la oficina de Tampa Bay, Gracias y Asociados. Si se trata de una emergencia, llama al 911. No podemos atender el teléfono en estos momentos. Estamos ayudando a otros clientes. Deja un mensaje y nos comunicaremos con usted tan pronto podamos. Gracias.
My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to schedule an appointment with a talk therapist for police brutality and police brutality cover-up attempts that have caused injuries to my upper extremities and lower extremities. It says here on the list of Arabic-speaking talk therapists that Mahmoud Hassan, LMHCINC, at 8910 North Dale Mabry Highway, Suite 2, Tampa, Florida, 33614. Provides telehealth. It says his phone number is 813-933-2100. Email address Tammy, TAMMY, at tampabaytherapist.com. And it says an email address, tampabaytherapist.com. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. My Humana member ID number is H as in Halo 08403-701. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, and my phone number is 772-538-8586. The time now is 5:49 p.m. Today's Monday, April 29th, 2024.
I'm still here with you.
Did the
Question. I'm checking to see what the other options are while we're doing this.
I think they
Hey, I don't know if you've ever done the appointment assist.
I think they warm
I'm so sorry.
I think they warm transferred the voicemail because it literally just disappeared off my phone screen after I left the voicemail. So I don't know if they warm transferred it or it was the call crossed over or what. But should I call them again?
Well, you can if you want, but this is an option I wanted to see. Technically, they have, like, for our end, for the plan, we have to wait until you have a few attempts, like physical calls to us, looking for the same type of provider for the same service before they offer appointment assistance. Appointment assistance is like on the third attempt, like you call us today and you call it again, and then a call on the third time, they will offer you appointment assistance where someone will look for providers and call them. They'll do this work for you and find someone potentially that can speak Arabic and go from there. But because we haven't gotten to the third call or on the first call, we could also check into case management. The case manager will help you coordinate care, can potentially assist with putting this together, finding providers that actually speak Arabic as well. But they're kind of like one-on-one with you with coordinating your care.
Yeah, if you've
done that before?
Yeah, they never helped me though, but I was never able to find one that spoke Arabic or was Muslim either. But I'm almost certain if I could find a case manager or a care manager that speaks Arabic or is Muslim, I wouldn't be experiencing all these difficulties. The majority of them,
As a case manager?
case manager, care manager, the majority of them never cared at all, and they just treated me like they didn't care. Um, that caused a lot more problems because I was obviously depending on them to help me.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other resources. Like I said, I'm on Social Security, disability income, and I'm entirely dependent on the resources that I could afford. If I had enough money to be able to afford other resources, I obviously would not be suffering this much.
I'm so sorry. Let me see if there's any other options. Okay, give me 1 second.
So should I hang up and call back again? So that'll be the second attempt, and then I'll hang up and call back again, and that'll be the third attempt.
You could try. The only thing is that you'd have to call back, like you'd have to do an attempt into calling the provider, call us back, I mean, then after that, what they would offer you is probably case management, and then anyway. So I just asked a manager if we could just jump ahead and get you a case manager, because you would have to call back repeated times. It is for appointment assistance specifically. Like Humana requires that it's 3 attempts. Like on the third attempt, we can set you up with an appointment access ticket. They'll like set it up, and then within like over the next couple weeks, they'll call around and see who's available. The thing is, you're looking for telehealth, so it may be a little easier to locate somebody because you're not working with a distance factor, right? But as far as within our system, as far as what we have filtered out, I've tried all kinds of ways as well. I think case management, we could do both. We could set up case management just because this is like a unique situation. Let me see, taking out the telehealth services, is there someone that's closer that, nope, the same. I'm so sorry, Omar. All right, let me see one more thing, okay? You're still with me, right?
Yes.
Thank you for your patience, Omar. Thank you so much. I'm still here. I'm still here, Omar. Just trying to see what can be done, okay? I want to be able to help you with to exhaust everything that we can do of all our options, okay?
Yeah, I've exhausted all of my options to the point where literally I feel like crying every time I have to repeat this same situation where I'm trying to find somebody to help me with.
I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, what we can do is let's try the case management. Case management doesn't work. You can have the 3 attempts over the time if you need to, and then we can go from there. That way we're doing everything we can. It's just there very well maybe no providers taking patients right now for that they speak Arabic. They may actually all be full. So we could do that, and I can offer you a complaint with Humana. We can get Humana on the line, and we can do that. I'm looking everywhere. I don't see much else we can do. I'm so sorry.
Okay, could you get Humana on the line and
Do you want to
tell them so I don't have to repeat it over and over?
Yeah, no, of course. They will ask you some questions. I'll tell you that much, okay? But we'll do that. We'll get Humana on the line. 1 second. Give me 1 sec. I gotta get their number on their resource for the complaints, okay? All right, our Humana. Please. Excuse me. So sorry. Thank you so much. All right. And I have this. Do you want me to give you the phone number as well before we call them on my back line?
I have it saved in my phone.
Okay. All right, no problem. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and dial that number. It'll put you on hold for a minute or two. Is that okay?
Are you going to tell them or am I going to tell them? I honestly don't feel like telling them.
I'm going to tell them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them. But they may ask you again, but I'm going to it'll be a warm conference. So, like, I'm going to call them. I'll get a representative. I'll summarize what's going on. And then we can connect you. If it's taking too long, I'll connect you in with me so I can explain with you there, okay?
Could you get them on the line before briefing
And
them?
then explain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can do that too. If that makes you more comfortable, that's perfectly fine. All right, let's do it that way. I'm going to call them, get them on the line, and then I'll just conference you in, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll explain, okay? I'll be checking in every 1 or 2 minutes just in case it takes longer to get a rep, okay?
Inshallah.
All right, thank you so much. 1 moment. Okay.
Inshallah.
All right. Thank you. I'll be right back with you. Okay. Is that okay?
Inshallah.
Amanda. Um, Amanda, I have the member on the line, Omar, because we have been trying to find him a behavioral health provider, specifically a therapist that speaks Arabic. But the providers that we have had in network, the options that are coming up, he's not able to get in hold of someone that actually speaks Arabic, or the provider has left the practice. And there aren't many options available right now that we can offer him. So we want to do a complaint to get that investigated into. I did go ahead and submit a correction request on my end to our provider relations department about the provider that has left the practice, but there really weren't much other options. So we want to get to the bottom of what can actually be done, because we need to find him an Arabic-speaking therapist. Put up some information. And Omar's on the line, so you can, if you need to verify any information with him. Excuse me. All right. And did you file a complaint on your side? Because typically we don't file complaints for behavioral health because the provider finding is not on our end. It's your guys' end. We aren't delegated for complaints for any of our Florida plans, including Humana. So our practice is to transfer over to the health plan, like a worm transfer like this. Even if it's something that is on our end. Just what those benefits. Okay. All right.
Peter. And he said you sent him a list and he called them, or you guys have called them for him?
He's called a few on the phone with me, and he didn't have any luck with, like, I was conferenced in, and they were referrals that we had in our system for taking providers. Or taking patients, rather.
And how many providers have you provided him?
I have, hold on one sec. 2 separate emails, but they were like repeats. Give me one moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one.
I just think you know about this.
Gotcha. 1, 2, 3. 3 on one email, and then the other one. 4, 5. 5 providers.
They're either saying that the provider left the practice or they're no longer in with Humana.
Either the provider left the practice or, like, they're not picking up. Like, you had to leave a voicemail for one of them.
Okay.
Omar, you're still on the line, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right. And Emma, is there anything you would like me to add other than that you've called Caroline numerous times and they've provided with you 2 different emails, a total of 5 providers who that you've reached out to and Caroline has actually heard as well, that they've either advised you that they're not taking members or the provider has left the practice or they're just not answering the phone or not able to get in contact with? Is there anything else I need to add to that complaint?
Yes.
Okay, and what is that?
That this is a reoccurring issue. It's not the first time it's happened. I've tried to reach out to several different specialists and providers that are listed as doctors or specialists that are within the network of Humana. But when I call, they tell me that they're not. And it just makes me more sad. And it's making my hands and arms go numb. It's hurting my neck more. It's hurting my back more. It's a reoccurring issue. My victim ID number is 945157. Maybe if you document my victim ID number also, it might help. The prosecutor that assigned me my victim ID number, her name is Mrs. Colon. Colon is spelled Colon. Charlie, Oscar, Lima, Oscar, Nora.
What was that number one more time for me to make sure I have it correct?
945157.
145157.
945157.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I notated everything, and I'm going to send it over to my grievance team. Was there anything else? Is there a best callback number for you? What would that be?
77.
772-538-8586?
Yes. And then my email address is duediligencecorporate@gmail.com.
Okay, yes, sir, we have that as well. And the address I have on file is Tallahassee.
Correct. Yeah, Tallahassee, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a private address, though. I'm here in Tallahassee for my safety because of these reoccurring issues that I'm reporting. One of several is the one I just mentioned to you that involves injuries to my upper extremities and lower extremities.
Omar, is there anything you need from me before I drop off the conference and let her take over?
Is there anything I need to mention other than what we've already mentioned to Amanda?
I think that's everything, unless you want to add something. On my end, I think this is all the information I can give anyway.
Okay. So what do I do from here? Do I document a report number or a complaint number or something?
Yeah, I can give you the complaint number. Give me just 1 second. I'm just finalizing everything. So hold on 1 second. I'll be happy to provide you with that.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop off. But you have any other questions, Omar, before I leave?
Yeah, so what do I do from here? I mean, I still need a talk therapist.
Yep, so for the complaint, I actually work in the escalations department. I'm handling phone calls today, but what happens on our end is a lot of the time the health plan will contact the higher management of the company and do an investigation to see what can be done to fix the issue, okay? And a lot of times they'll reach out to you.
Inshallah. Do you know when?
Okay. That I don't know, because I don't really handle like complaints specifically, but I do see them when they follow up with like escalations for like clarifications or anything.
Right, so I will send this over to my grievance department, and you'll get notification within 7 to 10 days of the complaint. and typically they will follow up with you within 30 days. So the complaint is filed, and then they work the case. If they get something quicker than then, you'll definitely hear from them before then. But we have to follow the protocol and go up the, steps, and they'll reach out to Caroline and get all the information and see why we're having such a difficult time locating your behavioral health, mental health provider.
Say that again.
Okay.
The phone's really muffled. Could you say that again, please?
You'll receive something in 7 to 10 days from us stating that we received your grievance, which is a complaint. Once they send out that letter, they'll work the process, and it could take up to 30 days to receive something else or a phone call regarding the complaint. So they'll have to reach out to the Caroline department and see why they're having such a hard issue finding you a provider for these services and see what we can do to resolve it.
Okay, and then what should I do in the meantime?
At this time, since Caroline can't offer you any more providers, well, all I can do is file the complaint, and then we reach out to them. We don't have provider listings on my side, unfortunately, for the mental and behavioral health. I'm sorry, Caroline, was there something else you were going to say?
Yep, actually, I was going to say, you can try the providers that haven't answered yet. Try to do it earlier in the day and wait for the complaints department at Humana. What I would say.
Yeah, the thing is, I haven't had any good experiences at all with the providers who don't speak Arabic or the providers who aren't Muslim. Every time I would have to resort to, that resource, they never cared at all about helping me. But I've noticed that when I was able to speak with a provider who spoke Arabic or is Muslim, they cared much more. And I need to fully recover from my injuries, or at least get as close as I could to fully recovering. I can't just keep acting like.
And you're taking the right steps in the right direction, but this is what we have to do from now is file this complaint and forward it on, and then they will reach out and see what we can do to find a provider. Even if they have to go farther, open up the regions to find another provider. I don't know how Caroline works or how far they're able to go, but they might just have to make some exceptions, and we will work directly with Caroline to find out the exceptions that need to be made to be able to serve you and for you to have your access to care that you need.
Yep, that's exactly how it works.
Okay, yeah, they've told me that before, but I mean, it sounds like this time might be different. So I'm hoping this.
I look through your complaints, and I don't see any complaints filed with Humana as far as the mental and behavioral health side. I see a primary care doctor. I don't see anything for the mental behavioral health. So, as of yet, Caroline has reached out to us with you, and we filed a complaint. I see some of the transportation information, but I don't see anything for the mental health side. So that's why I documented everything that you stated to me, and I'm forwarding it on. Okay?
Thank you both.
No
My
problem.
pleasure.
Anything else I can do before I drop off?
I'm sure there is. I just don't know what else to ask you to help me with. Is there anything I could do for either one of you?
For me, you just give us a call if you have any questions or concerns, anything that comes to mind, okay?
Inshallah.
I'll go ahead and
You
drop
have a
off.
good day and take care, okay?
Assalamu alaikum. Same to you.
Thank you so much, both of you.
You're so welcome. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you for calling Carolina Behavioral Health, and thank you, Humana, for helping us out with this, okay? You both have a great day. All right, take care.
Bye.
Time now is 6:24 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. The duration of this audio transcript is 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 14 seconds. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Welcome to the Florida Bar. Please listen carefully as our menu has changed. Para Español, marque siete. If you know your party's extension, you may enter that number now. If you are calling regarding the bar exam or being sworn in, press 2. If you are a member of the Florida Bar, press 3. All others, press 4. To be referred to an attorney for your legal needs, press 1. If you are a consumer and have an inquiry or complaint, thank you for calling the Florida Bar Lawyer Referral Service. Para información en español, marque dos. Did you know that you can get a referral for an attorney 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by visiting floridabar.org/LRS? This service is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Your call is very important and will be answered as quickly as possible. For immediate service, you may wish to obtain your referral from our website at floridabar.org/LRS. The Florida Bar Lawyer Referral Service covers 53 of the 67 counties in Florida and provides referrals to private attorneys that charge fees. Please listen to the following options for the county name in which you need a referral. If you do not hear your county, please stay on the line. If you are calling for Broward or Collier counties, press 1. If you are calling for Miami-Dade, Escambia, Santa Rosa, or Hillsborough County, press 2. For Miami-Dade, press 1. For Escambia or Santa Rosa, press 2. Thank you. You are now being transferred to your local bar association.
Thank you for calling the Miami-Dade Bar Lawyer Referral Service.
Para español, por favor, oprima el número 2.
We provide referrals to attorneys based on the needs of the case and the practice area of the attorney. Our attorneys are not free or low-cost attorneys. If you are calling for a free or low-cost attorney, press 1 now. The Lawyer Referral Service matches your case to an attorney. If the first attorney isn't the right fit, we will refer you to another attorney for the same matter. All of our attorneys have passed a background check to make sure that they are in good standing. For our referral service, we charge a one-time fee of $50 prior to sending the first referral. The attorneys do not charge consultation fees to our clients. For more information, visit miamidadebar.org and select Lawyer Referral Service. To use our online referral services, press 2 now. Miami-Dade Bar, this is Ben. Can I help you?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Hello?
Yes, you may.
Okay. How can I help you?
I need an attorney for a police brutality case.
What kind of attorney are you looking for?
An attorney who's knowledgeable about a police brutality case that was attempted to be covered up by the police also, and it's caused several injuries to me.
Here in Miami?
Well, I had to run away from Miami because they kept harassing me after I reported the police brutality case and the cover-up attempt. And I'm now in Tallahassee, Florida for my safety. But I'm still injured. I have injuries to my neck, my back, my lower extremities. My hands and arms keep going numb.
Okay. So we haven't had a whole lot of success in placing those cases here. The general consensus is that it's very difficult here because the state attorney won't bring charges up. It doesn't mean it can't happen. It just means that there's a handful of attorneys that actually do it. So I always suggest when I hear people looking for those type of attorneys, I look up Miami-Dade police lawsuits, because what I'm looking for is an article that's going to give me the name of an attorney that sued the police already, and that's who I'm going to start with.
Oh, you can look in the archives, right? But
you can. Like I said, there's a 2 days ago article here. So when I open that up, I'm looking at police camera, attorney. So she's representing this criminal case. So that's a public defender. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for, right? Is I'm looking for attorneys who have taken on cases that are similar to it. And like you said, yeah, the archive too. That can also be useful. Miami New Times is a good place to look to for articles like that. I'm just kind of going through them right now, looking for them. Rights lawsuit, Fourth Amendment rights lawsuit, says King. So David B. Andrew is mentioned in this Miami New Times article. So I'm going to grab David B. Andrew. I'm going to search Google for David B. Andrew. There's his member profile with the Florida Bar. He's at Alex Hanna Law.
yeah, I called them. I called them originally, and they wouldn't help me.
Yeah,
I literally called every
but
single.
that's how you're going to go about it.
I literally called every single attorney on Google search, and I've been trying to call ever since, and I haven't been able to find an attorney.
Let me show you another thing. Are you in front of a computer?
I'm on my phone. I could search on my phone.
Okay, Google Florida Bar. Tell me when you get to the Florida Bar website.
I'm on the Florida Bar website.
See the button that says Find a Lawyer? Click on that. Now, this is a search engine for all of the attorneys in Florida. If you scroll down past the boxes where you put their names and stuff in, you'll see practice areas. Drop that down and open it up, and then you're going to be looking for civil rights. And then when you click search, that's going to show you all the civil rights attorneys in Florida. And on here, there's 847.
Okay, well, the guy who I was just speaking with, Michael Robertson, the Florida Bar referred me to him. Man, he's really rude, man. He was yelling at me and screaming at me, and we had an appointment at 2 p.m., and he didn't even answer the phone. I called him twice, left a voicemail, and he called me at 2:21 p.m., and he just kept just yelling and screaming. He wouldn't even listen to me when I was explaining the situation to him. He was just trying to go off of, what he saw on the docket. And I was trying to explain to him that I wasn't able to continue to go to court because literally they were harassing me after I reported the police brutality case and the cover-up attempt, because the police officer attempted to murder me by putting me in a chokehold and then twisting my neck to the right and then picking me up and body slamming me on the concrete and then arresting me. And then he falsified the police report and said that he arrested me and brought me to the hospital because I was walking into traffic. And that's a lie. And the attempt to murder was witnessed by Sergeant Edwin Gomez, and then it was confessed to the police responding to the incident, PRI Officer Leslie Diaz. And PRI Officer Leslie Diaz arrived to that crime scene and immediately walked up to Officer Ronnie Rodriguez and said, "Why did you beat him up?" And Officer Ronnie Rodriguez ended up yelling at him, saying, "Man, let's just take this kid somewhere and beat the shit out of him some more." And then the internal affairs came to the hospital and took pictures of the injuries on my body. So it's all clearly and convincingly proven, far beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right.
And I just need an attorney to help me. But
here's all I'm telling you. Here's all I'm telling you. You're not the only person that has that. Catherine Rundle has only brought charges on one, from the state attorney's office. So,
well, that's not my problem. I just need an attorney to file the case.
No, it just tells you the landscape. No. I'm just saying it tells you the legal landscape you're dealing with. I'm not telling you that as like a.
Yeah,
I'm just.
Yeah, no, I'm aware they're corrupt. Yeah, I'm aware they're corrupt. I mean, Sergeant Edwin Gomez said it himself.
Yeah,
he said it himself.
I've never been anywhere this corrupt, man.
Yeah, Sergeant Edwin Gomez, badge number 2364 from the City of Miami Police Department. He said it himself that there's a lot of corruption in the City of Miami Police Department. He said it himself, and he said it in writing on the Leo Affairs chat. So, they're aware. Everybody's aware. It's not a secret. I mean, it's a high traffic tourist area. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of money involved. It's obvious. But the point I'm trying to make, other than that, is that I'm still injured, and I've literally been trying to get an attorney to help me. And at the time, I filed the case myself through indigency status, and the Honorable Judge Spencer Eig, he said that he's willing to consider granting me relief. But after he said that, literally the coronavirus pandemic happened, and the people in the city of Miami at the places that I had to go to after reporting the case, people were harassing me everywhere I was going and everywhere I had to go. So I literally had to move from Miami, and I'm now in Tallahassee, Florida. But I'm still injured. And my neck is still hurting. My back is still hurting. There's more injuries that I'm discovering because of those injuries. So it's getting worse. Literally, my neurologist in Tallahassee told me about 2 weeks ago. He said that the reason why my hands and arms keep going numb is because I have nerve entrapment, and that's why my neck is always hurting, and that's why my back is always hurting, and that's from the officer twisting my neck and body slamming me and purposely injuring me because I told on him. I told Sergeant Edwin Gomez that he pushed me 3 times in my chest before Sergeant Edwin Gomez arrived, and the officer retaliated against me for telling on him. And there's internal affairs reference photographs of the injuries. It was witnessed by Sergeant Edwin Gomez. It was confessed to PRI Officer Leslie Diaz. I'm not lying. You understand? And if I was lying, I would have been in prison.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think I have no doubt that this occurred. The question is how do you find the person who will take it on? Because if that's what they did to you, imagine, I imagine there's probably some intimidation among the attorneys as well. I don't know how that works.
Of course there is.
I don't. I'm not an attorney.
Of course there is. You have to remember who my opposing counsel is. My opposing counselors are government employees who are affiliated with the City of Miami Police Department. One of the most notorious police departments, in a very notorious high traffic tourist area. So it's like looking at it from a perspective of the Miami Dolphins compared to SEAL Team 6 who took out Osama bin Laden. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
you know, it's like trying to fight somebody with your hands behind your back and handcuffs, and you know all you've got is your feet. You know, and you're trying to fight a mixed martial artist. You know, it's almost nearly impossible.
Right.
The only thing that you could do is continue to build a paper trail of complaints to to the point where it's irrefutably proven, and it's nearly impossible for them to cover up. And the only way that they could cover it up is by covering up the paper trail. And that's what I've noticed they've been trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
They've been trying to mimic, reports and complaints and things that have been broadcasted to, bring light to these complaints so people could acknowledge these complaints. And they've been trying to mimic and confuse the complaints with other forms of, things that are being broadcasted as time is going by. So it could be looked at as something else eventually. Because, if somebody says something, if somebody says the same thing so many times, it's obviously going to become, acknowledgeable for that specific thing. So they're aware of that. So they're trying to, downplay that. They're trying to mask that. They're trying to confuse those facts and those things that have been acknowledged. You understand? It's just like for example, if somebody puts out a song or something, some type of form of entertainment with the name O, and then O becomes a very popular person or thing in the entertainment industry, but O only made that one song, and then O is injured, he can't make any more music, but O has gotten all this attention. And there's been a lot of money that's been involved with, forms of entertainment because of making that one song or making that one form of entertainment. And they're realizing, okay, if they continue, putting money into it, by making other people create forms of entertainment from that one form of entertainment that made, it's gonna make them look like a lame, or it's gonna make them look like somebody who's given too much credit to somebody who only made one type of form of entertainment or song. And in that type of industry, they want people to keep putting out music and keep putting out forms of entertainment to make them, feel like, they're popular or they deserved that type of attention. You understand? It's like the mindset of a child. And a lot of that happens in high traffic tourist areas. People want to look cool, and people want to look cool from a perspective of them being rich or them having a lot of resources, not them looking cool from somebody just making one song and them not able to make any more songs or make any more videos because they're injured. That's just gonna make them look like they're trying to be cool off of somebody being handicapped. They're trying to make entertainment at the expense of somebody's pain and suffering. And that's not cool at all. But in all actuality, that's what's happening. That's what happened to me. And on this from the same perspective, they don't want to get a lot of attention from a police department trying to cover up a police brutality case that caused several injuries to somebody's neck and back and lower extremities, and is making it difficult for them to, accomplish their necessary living necessities at the least, let alone their goals and help their family. And that's what's happening to me.
Right.
And that's not fair for
I get you.
That's not fair for my two daughters either. I have to help them. I have to be able to fully recover. And to be able to do that, I need monetary relief. I'm on Social Security disability income. My same opposing counsels who are trying to cover up the police brutality case, they're paying me every month Social Security disability income. I'm getting government Social Security payments every month from the government, and my opposing counsels are city and state government. they're the responsible party because the city of Miami is responsible for the city of Miami Police Department. And the city of Miami is a municipality of city and state government. So, my opposing counsels who have all of my banking information, my phone number, my address, my doctor's information, my health insurance policy, because I'm on Medicaid government health insurance. They have all of my information. And they're also my opposing counsel because they're responsible for the police officer attempting to murder me because I told on him for misconducting himself while he was in a position of authority. So it's like what do I do? Just live the rest of my life with my back against the wall? I can't allow that to happen.
No, I mean you've got to do your digging, and for something like this, anytime you're going up against an institution, this is how it's going to be. I would go through those attorneys, like the civil rights attorneys, like I showed you, and just start making your calls, man. That's the best thing I can advise you. I wish I could do better for you.
I've literally spoken to every single attorney on Google search. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean,
we're not talking about Google search. We're talking that website, the Florida Bar search. When I told you pull up civil rights under practice areas, there's 869 attorneys that are listed there. Yeah. That's a list.
Yeah, the guy, Michael Robertson, that the Florida Bar referred me to, he told me that I don't have a civil rights case and I don't have an equitable tolling case either. And he wouldn't even listen to me when I was trying to explain to him what happened. He didn't care.
So what I'm telling you is that there's many flavors of attorney.
And then he said, do I have $7,000 to pay the attorney? And I said, yes. And he started arguing with me even more. As if I wasn't supposed to say I have $7,000 to pay the attorney or to pay an attorney. And then I told him, I said, sir, with all due respect, could you just give me my $25 back at least? And he said, no. I said, sir, we had an appointment at 2 p.m. You didn't answer the phone. You called me at 2:21 p.m. And you're not even listening to what I'm telling you happened. And he said, I don't need you to tell me what I need to do. I said, well, and he said, okay, all right. He said, all right. Tell me what happened. Then. He said, all right, tell me what happened. Then tell me what happened.
Bad interaction.
Dude, the dude sounded like he was strung out on drugs, man. Dude sounded like he was strung out on drugs or something. And then when
not every attorney is a good attorney. Not every attorney's a good attorney, man. I'm telling you.
Trust me, I know.
You got to work that list.
But then also he was like hyperventilating. You got to work that list. He was like hyperventilating as if he was lying to me on purpose. Like he was starting to get scared because I wasn't falling into, the fact that he was, just trying to lie. Because that's what he was doing. He didn't want to hear what I was telling him happened. And he didn't care. And he was trying to intimidate me. And when he noticed that I was not, being intimidated, because I've heard that same excuse that he was trying to give me so many times. When he immediately noticed I wasn't falling for his intimidation tactic of yelling and screaming and just, saying big words like it's going to justify, the fact that there's evidence proving that the officer injured me and I'm still injured. And there has to be some kind of remedy, whether the remedy of equitable tolling does not, appeal to him. He started like hyperventilating, like he was starting to get scared.
Well, I mean, look, man, it's kind of like, the dating apps. You got to just keep swiping. I'm telling you.
Man, I'm so
there's
over
a
this,
list
bro.
of almost.
I swear, I'm so over this.
I understand that, but
I honestly don't feel like, they should be able to continue to take advantage of me like this. I'm still injured.
They shouldn't be.
This has made my mother cry several times. It's
you have to find the person who's going to take this on. And look, I get it. If there was something I could do, I would have done it. However long we've been, 20 minutes ago, I would have done it 20 minutes ago. But it's not something that we've been successful with. Your best bet is to go through those attorneys that are listed in the Florida Bar's website. That's not just the attorneys that they referred. That's all of the attorneys, okay? Not every one of those attorneys is connected to a referral service. In fact, only a very small percentage of attorneys take referrals from Florida Bar or county bars. So you have a better shot going through them that way and making your calls. Have your quick opening, find out if it's something that they do. If it's not, keep it moving. Next call. That's your best bet.
I'm so tired of having to repeat this over and over, man. It's traumatizing me. Like, literally, as it was getting closer and closer to 2 p.m., I had to use the bathroom. I kept getting nervous. I kept feeling sick because I was going to have to repeat all this over again. And then I was also worried that, the attorney was just going to try to lie and cover it up, just like the other attorneys who I explained the situation to. And that's exactly what happened. And the attorney just kept yelling and screaming at me and trying to intimidate me. And I'm sitting there, I'm sitting here just trying to explain the situation. He wouldn't even let me say a full, complete sentence about anything that he said. He just kept, every time I was trying to say something after he mentioned something, he just kept talking over me and yelling and screaming as if he was in front of somebody else trying to prove a point to somebody else. Like he was trying to show off or something to somebody.
I don't know what to tell you. I just tell you that's a bad interaction. Keep it moving.
So how do I get my $25 back? Because he just straight out just stole my money.
Yeah, that's a Florida bar issue. We don't, we're the county bar association for whatever, when you select Miami, it's going to send you to us. They oversee their portion of it. If it happened on ours, then obviously, we would try to do something about that. But I don't have anything to do with theirs. So I would just, if you look on their website, there's probably a number to the person. I don't really even know who runs their referral service over there.
And one of the judges, one of the judges on the case is Michael Robinson, and they referred me to Michael Robertson.
Okay.
It's just another one of those things, that I was mentioning to you earlier. So it's like, they're acknowledging the situation in so many different ways. Why aren't they telling them that they need to give me monetary relief? Because it's too much of a coincidence. It's too much of a coincidence at this point. In the beginning, they tried to use the excuse of, "Oh, it's just a coincidence. You're delusional." No, not delusional. It happened to me. They would love for the situation to be looked at as if I was delusional, because that's a desperate defense that they need, because they can't justify an officer injuring someone and then falsifying a police report to try to cover it up. Something that was already acknowledged by the Honorable Judge Alvin Blount Jr. at the court hearing in the hospital that we had after the police brutality case, before they released me from the hospital and assigned 2 public defenders to represent me, a prosecutor named Prosecutor Lourdes and the judge, Judge Alvin Blount Jr., and 2 doctors from the hospital were there. And probably like 10 other doctors were standing around us with white coats and a tape recorder in the middle of the table. And the judge himself said I was beaten up by the police. He saw signs of bruising.
again, I think you've got something to pursue. Those are the best leads you've got there on that list of civil rights attorneys. That's the best I can do for you. I'm sorry. But I've got other calls coming in, and I do have to answer these other calls. That's the best resource I have for you. I'm sorry, I don't have more.
All right, well, could you refer me to another attorney?
I don't have attorneys that we refer those. We don't have those kind of attorneys. We don't have attorneys that take police brutality. I mentioned that at the beginning. So I was kind of giving you some resources that you could look through. You said you've pretty much called everybody on Google. We discussed, looking through the news articles, and then I showed the civil rights attorneys that are listed on the Florida Bar's website, which I think is going to be the best resource for you. That's all I really have.
So there isn't any other lawyer you could refer me to at all who could help me with the police brutality case?
I don't have any attorney. If I had attorneys that I could refer those to, I'd be referring them through our service. But I don't have any attorneys. I honestly have looked. We've put our interns on the case to put together a list, and then I've called the attorneys, and the attorneys say, yeah, we don't really take those cases. And it's very difficult. Even attorneys that advertise that they take it end up saying they don't take those kind of cases when we reach out to them. So I honestly, my best suggestion is to go through those civil rights attorneys on the Florida Bar's website. Those are all the ones in the state that have indicated that that's what they do.
All right. And what's your name, sir?
My name is Ben. Everybody knows me here as Ben at the bar.
All right. Thanks, Ben. And you said to be able to get my $25 back, what do I have to do again?
I would go on and see who the person is that manages the referral service. If you look at the Florida Bar's website, you can, if you just poke around there a little bit, there's somewhere on there is a directory, and then the department's there, and then the person who oversees it is there, and you can either send them an email directly kind of explaining the situation or give them a call that way.
Okay, and who's the best person to speak with there about this type of situation?
Whoever it is that runs the referral service, they'll have a contact in there for that. It's on the website there under their staff directory. So just look up. You can Google Florida Bar staff directory. It'll take you right to it, or you can just look down in the menu. Okay.
So is it a supervisor, or do they have like a different title?
I don't know what they've got on there. I'm just saying that they'll have a contact for that department, and you just have to speak to whoever the supervisor is or whoever it is that processes those kind of issues.
All right. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi, you have reached Maria Abate. I can't come to the phone right now. Please leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Maria Abate, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad. I need to hire you to represent me in a police brutality case that has now turned into an equitable tolling remedy matter because the statute of limitations has expired, and that is because I was not able to continue to go to court because of my injuries and my injuries getting worse and the coronavirus pandemic. And also, I was not able to find an attorney to help me. I did everything I possibly could. I called all the attorneys on Google search, and I could not find an attorney to help me. It's kind of difficult to find an attorney to help somebody when their opposing counsels are a municipality, of city and state government, specifically the City of Miami Police Department. But the judge in the case, when I first filed the complaint, Judge Spencer Eig at the Miami-Dade County Courthouse, he said he's willing to consider granting me relief in the case. So I just need somebody to help me either refile the case or file documentation so I could obtain the monetary relief. I spoke with the JA and kept them informed because I had to literally run away from South Florida to Tallahassee, Florida for my safety because I kept getting harassed after I reported the police brutality and the fact that the officer falsified the police report so he wouldn't get in trouble. And there's evidence proving the police brutality also. There's the narrative reference photographs that were taken by the Internal Affairs that they sent to the hospital to take pictures of the injuries on my body caused by the officer. And the judge at the hospital, they had a court hearing there. He also acknowledged that I was beaten up by the police. And the prosecutor Lourdes, also acknowledged that. And the two public defenders that they assigned to help me acknowledged that. And the police brutality was witnessed by Sergeant Edwin Gomez from the City of Miami Police Department, badge number 2364. And it was confessed to the police responding to the incident officer, PRI officer Leslie Diaz from the City of Miami Police Department. Specifically, Officer Ronnie Rodriguez, badge number 42511 from the City of Miami Police Department, the officer who attempted to murder me because I told on him. Specifically, I told Sergeant Edwin Gomez that he pushed me in my chest 3 times before Sergeant Edwin Gomez arrived. And PRI officer Leslie Diaz asked him why he beat me up, and
you have reached the maximum time permitted for recording your message. If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2. To send your message with normal delivery, press 1. To send your message with urgent delivery, press 2. Thank you. Your message has been sent.
I'm so tired of having to repeat this over and over, man.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Attorney Sergio Enrique Acosta. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. I need to hire you to represent me in a police brutality case as soon as possible. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my phone number is 772-538-8586. Please call me as soon as you get this message. My phone number, once again, is 772-538-8586. The time now is 3:29 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024.
Hello, this is Paul Aiello. You've reached my cell phone. Please leave your message at the tone. Thank you.
Mr. Paul Aiello, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. I need to hire you to represent me in a police brutality case as soon as possible, please. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my phone number is 772-538-8586. My name again is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. And once again, my phone number is 772-538-8586. The time now is 3:30 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024.
Thank you for calling Acre Law. We are unable to take your call at this time. We are either on the other line or assisting another client. If you leave your name, number, and a brief message, we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day.
Mr. Edward Dusty Acre, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my phone number is 772-538-8586. And once again, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. And my phone number again is 772-538-8586. The time now is 3:32 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. Good afternoon. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon. I see that there's an attorney named Adriana Rocio Alcalde on the Florida Bar website as an attorney who's experienced with civil rights.
Yes.
Yes, I need to hire her as soon as possible, please, so she could represent me in a police brutality case.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Let me see. I'm going to transfer you to Adriana right now. 1 moment, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello?
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 Yes, is this Mrs. Alcalde?
Yes, it is. May I ask who's calling?
Yes, absolutely. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fued. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case.
I don't handle police brutality cases. I'm sorry, who referred you?
So on the Florida Bar website, I've typed in civil rights, and
I do civil litigation stuff, but I do sexual assault cases. But hold on a second. I might have the name of someone who does do a police brutality cases. That's very good.
Okay.
So I could give you those numbers. Hold on. name is Sue Ann Robinson.
Okay.
She works with Ben Crump a lot. She's very good. She's an amazing lawyer. 954-709-7365.
Say it again. You said 709?
709-7365.
What's the area code again? I'm sorry.
954.
954-709-7365?
Yes, and her name is Sue Ann Robinson. You can tell her Adriana referred you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Sue Ann Robinson. Excuse me. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case. I was referred by Adriana Alcalde. She said that you're a very good attorney, and she said you also work with attorney Ben Crump. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. My phone number is 772-538-8586. The time now is 3:38 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024.
Hi, thank you for calling. You've reached Danny Alexander. Please leave me a message. I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Diane Alexander. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my phone number is 772-538-8586. And once again, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. The time now is 3:40 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024.
Welcome to Latino Justice. Para español, marque el 1.
Thanks for calling Latino Justice, a civil rights organization since 1972. To speak with the receptionist, please press 0 followed by the pound key. For legal assistance, please press 2 followed by the pound key. For events or to make a donation,
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for Marissa Buchanan. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrew Alitowski. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case that has caused several injuries to my neck, my back, and my lower extremities. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my phone number is 772-538-8586. And once again, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. The time now is 3:42 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024.
Hi, this is Andrew.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrew Alitowski.
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Alitowski, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case.
I don't practice anymore, but thank you.
I found your number on the Florida Bar website for civil rights.
I no longer practice. I'm a mediator full-time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You got it.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robert Allen.
Who is this?
My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad.
How can I help?
I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case.
Were you arrested?
Yes.
In what county?
Miami-Dade County.
Yeah, I'm not. That's far out of my beat, man. That's on the other end of the state. You're probably gonna do better with getting somebody closer to Miami. I'm about 8 hours away from there.
Okay. I think. Well, I'm certain that we could file the case or refile the case through the online portal.
Refiled. It's been filed.
Yes. So after the officer attempted to murder me,
Who filed the case?
I filed it pro se through indigency status originally, and the judge on the case, the Honorable Judge Spencer Ige at the Miami-Dade County Courthouse, he said that he's willing to consider granting me relief. And after that,
the problem is that's just too far out for me to go. You know, I would need about, if I'm here in Florida and you in Miami, I'm gonna need like about 15,000 just for costs.
Okay. Do you need that all at once, or?
Yeah, I would need that all at once for me to come on board. Yeah, to cover travel and room and per diem and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Is there any way we could file the case through the portal and have like the meetings on Zoom?
And probably not. I'm probably going to file it through the portal, but meetings on Zoom not going to work for me.
Because I'm in Tallahassee, Florida. I literally had to run away for my safety from South Florida to Tallahassee because after I reported the case, they kept harassing me, and then the coronavirus pandemic happened and made it that much more difficult for me to continue to go to courts. And I'm literally in Tallahassee, Florida now for my safety.
I mean, it's going to be a problem, man, trying to litigate it from Pensacola.
And the only problem is the money issue, correct?
Yeah, the expense is going to be it's going to be really expensive for you.
Is there any way maybe you could put me on like a payment plan?
I mean, those costs are going to be up there, man. I mean, the costs are going to be up there. It's not like something you can put at the end. Me flying to Miami and me getting with experts and all of that it's going to be pretty prohibitive. What kind of injuries did you have? Did you they put you in the hospital?
Yes. So
how long were you in the hospital?
I was at the hospital for 10 days, literally immediately after the officer attempted to murder me. And
what injuries did you have?
I still have the same injuries, and they've gotten worse. They're injuries to my neck, my back, and my lower extremities. My neurologist here in Tallahassee recently told me that I have nerve entrapment. That's why my hands and arms keep going numb from the injuries to my neck.
So you after the day of your arrest, you went in the hospital for about 10 days.
No, the same day they took me to the hospital. So
what was the charges that they were trying to put on you?
The officer falsified the police report and said that he arrested me and took me.
Hold on. I just need to know. Well, did you go to court?
Yes, the court was at the hospital, though, on the 10th day that I was at the hospital.
What happened to the criminal charges?
I honestly don't know, to be honest with you. The officer...
Are you still going to court on those criminal charges?
I'm not going to court, but they're obviously on my record, and they have they're visible. I mean, I know that they could see them.
What happened with the criminal case?
I don't know. That's the thing. I've been trying to obtain monetary relief from the case ever since because I'm still injured.
I'm not talking about the civil case. You were arrested and you went to criminal court, right?
I think that's what it is. I mean, it says that's what it says on the document. It says probate court, something like that. So exactly what happened was.
No, I need to know what happened in criminal court.
So, I was in the courthouse. I mean, in the court at the hospital. They assigned 2 public defenders. They assigned a prosecutor and a judge named Judge Alvin Balint Jr. And the judge acknowledged that I was beaten up by the police, and that's what he wrote on the documentation that's titled "In the Circuit Court of the 11th Judicial Circuit in and for Miami-Dade County, Florida." And then it says probate division, and then it says my name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, and it says case number 2018-4772, M as in Mary, H as in Halo, 02, and then it says Division 5, And on that document, it says, one of the things that it says is that, where is it?
Did you go to jail?
Yeah, they had me in like a hospital jail type of setting.
And how long did you stay there?
I was there for 10 days.
And after you got out, did you go back to court for anything?
Yes, immediately. When they released me from the jail, from the hospital jail setting there at Jackson Memorial Hospital, I immediately went to the Miami-Dade County Courthouse and asked to speak with the supervisor there so I could tell them.
You're confusing me. Why did the policeman come up? They came up and how did they come up to you? Why did they initially have contact with you?
So I was working at a store in Miami, Florida. I was managing the night shift at a grocery store.
Why did they come?
So people were making threats that they were going to kill me at my job because I had to call the police several times on them because they were trying to rob me.
Other people at your job?
Yeah, so it was a really bad neighborhood, and people were...
Listen, the people who were threatening you were other employees at your job?
No, they were just people who were there in the area outside the store selling drugs and trying to rob me with a gun and causing a lot of problems inside the store while I was managing the store. And I had to file several trespassing citations. And then they started threatening that they were going to kill me if I don't quit my job. And then I reported the situation. I told my mom, and my mom told me to call the police. And when she told me to call the police, there was a police officer in front of Publix. So I asked the officer if I may approach him, and I explained to him the situation. And the officer ended up pushing me in my chest 3 times. And I asked him if he could just call a supervisor. And then when the supervisor arrived, I told the supervisor about the situation. And then after I told the supervisor about the situation, I told him about what the officer did before he arrived, which is that he pushed me in my chest 3 times. And when I told the supervisor that, the officer retaliated against me and he put me in a chokehold. And then he twisted my neck to the right on purpose, attempting to break my neck. And then he picked me up and he body slammed me onto the concrete. And then he arrested me. And then there was a PRI officer who arrived, the police responding to the incident officer. His name is Leslie Diaz.
Yo, hey, man. Hey. I'm not, we're going through this, but Miami, I'm not going to be able to help you, man. Sorry, okay? Okay? I'm not going to be able to pull this off by going to Miami. All right?
Do you know of an attorney who could help me?
Not in Miami, no. That's way too far out for me. Sorry, I couldn't help you with that.
Thank you for calling the Amlong firm. Your call is important to us. Our normal business hours are from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you have reached this message during regular business hours, then we are currently assisting somebody. If you are a potential new client, please press 10. If you wish to leave a message for one of our attorneys, please press 10. If you wish to reach William Amlong's assistant, Yasmin Harris, press 13. To reach Malcolm Renner in accounting, please press 11. To reach Patrick Hackett, please press 28. And when leaving a message, please also state your name and your phone number clearly, and we will get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
There is no one available to take your call at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone.
Mr. William Robert Amlong. My name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case. My phone number is 772-538-8586. Once again, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, and my phone number is 772-538-8586. The time now is 3:56 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024.
Law Office of John Anesthesia.
Mr. John Anesthesia, my name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. I need to hire you as soon as possible to represent me in a police brutality case that caused injuries to my neck, my back, and my lower extremities.
I think his assistant, he's on the other line right now. Can I have him call you back as soon as he's off the phone?
Yes, please.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me just take down. Trying to hear you over him talking. You said your name was Omar?
Yes, sir. My full name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad.
Can you spell that?
Absolutely. First name Omar, Oscar, Mary, Alpha, Romeo, O-M-A-R.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mohsen, M-O-H-S-E-N. Mary, Oscar, Halo, Sam, Echo, Nora. And then Ibrahim, I-B-R-A-H-I-M, India, Bravo, Romeo, Alpha, Halo, India, Mary, I-B-R-A-H-I-M, Fuad, F-O-U-A-D, Foxtrot, Oscar, Uniform, Alpha, Delta, F-O-U-A-D.
And your phone number?
772-538-8586.
Which police agency was this?
City of Miami Police Department.
When was it?
August 7th, 2018. And on March 27th, 2019. It happened twice, but the first one injured me worse. The first one was actually an intentional aggravated assault.
Do you have any medical records to this effect?
Yes, I was brought to the hospital after the first police brutality case, and there was a court hearing with Judge Alvin Balint Jr. at the hospital, and he stated that I was beaten up by the police. Hello, assalamu alaikum, ya mama. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hey, mama, I'm on the other line with an attorney. I'll call you in a few minutes. Mama, I'm on the other line with an attorney. I'll call you in a few minutes, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Hello?
Sorry about that. It's Michael at John Anastasia's office again.
Yes.
Judge Alvin, you said?
Yeah, the judge is, his name is Judge Alvin Balent Jr.
Can you spell the last name?
Yes, I'm looking at the document here. It says first name Alvin, Alvan. Last name Balent, Balent. And then it says Junior, Jr. And then it was also signed by another judge, a circuit court judge. It says first name George, Jorge, middle initial E, last name Cueto, Cueto, Cueto. And the case number, it says case number 2018-4772. M as in Mary, H as in Halo, 02.
What was the charge for?
The officer lied. He said he falsified the police report. He wrote that he arrested me and brought me to the hospital because I was walking into traffic. But that's an absolute lie. He just didn't want to admit that he beat me up because I told on him for pushing me in my chest 3 times before his sergeant arrived.
Okay. And what happened to that case? How did it resolve?
I don't know, to be quite honest with you. They assigned 2 public defenders to represent me, and there was also a prosecutor there named Prosecutor Lourdes. And the 2 public defenders, Julian D. Maria and Hugh Keoth, they proved that I was beaten up by the police and I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but I need to know what the outcome of the case was.
It says, I'm looking at this document. I'm looking at this document here. It says, it was an uncontested fact at this hearing that the respondent was beaten by the police. The doctor himself even saw signs of bruising. It says this court, therefore, does not see how one can reasonably, let alone clearly and convincingly, conclude the respondent's behavior was due to mental illness. It, after all, is perfectly understandable for anyone that has been beaten up, whether justly or unjustly, to be easily agitated or irritable as he or she is in pain. The respondent's demeanor at the hearing further discredits the notion that his behavior is related to mental illness. Specifically,
this was Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and looking at that's someone named Bobby. You said the case number was 2018 4772, right?
Yeah, that's what it says. It says 2018-4772. The letters M-H, Mary and Halo, 02. So 2018-4772, MH02. It says Division 5. And it also says, in the Circuit Court of the 11th Judicial Circuit in and for Miami-Dade County, Florida. And then underneath that, it says Probate Division. And then it says IN-RE, I-N, and then it's space R-E. And then it says my name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad.
Okay, so it wasn't a... What happened with the charge? Okay, so you were arrested.
Yes, I was arrested, and then...
No, I'm asking you, were you arrested during the first charge?
Yes, they arrested me. But there was a PRI officer who arrived after the attempted murder was witnessed by Sergeant Edwin Gomez, badge number 2364. And the PRI officer, police responding to the incident officer, Leslie Diaz from the City of Miami Police Department, he told Officer Ronnie Rodriguez, badge number 42511, the officer who attempted to murder me, he told him to take me to the hospital. And I was in the back seat of the police car that Officer Ronnie Rodriguez put me in after he attempted to murder me and arrested me. And PRI Officer Leslie Diaz, it was in a separate vehicle and traveled behind him while he drove me to the hospital, Jackson Memorial Hospital. And then once he brought me to the hospital, Leslie Diaz was waiting outside while he brought me inside. And then when Officer Ronnie Rodriguez brought me inside, he took the handcuffs off of me and left. And then I called 911 from the hospital phone. And the second time I called 911 from the hospital phone, they sent the internal affairs detective named Eric Rodriguez, same last name, but a different first name. The internal affairs detective Eric Rodriguez took pictures of the injuries on my body caused by Officer Ronnie Rodriguez. And then on the 10th day, which was August 17th, 2018, August 17th, 2018, we had a court hearing with the Honorable Judge Alvin Valente Jr.
Okay, so from what I can see is you didn't have a criminal charge from that date. They took you to the hospital, and then they left you there, and then you called, and they sent out an investigator to do a complaint against the officer. But there was no criminal act you weren't arrested. You didn't sit in jail.
Well, they had me locked up in like a hospital jail setting type of situation. I wasn't allowed to leave. I was on like a very high floor of the hospital.
Yes, that's what mental health is. They locked you down probably for 72-hour hold.
Yeah, they had me there for 10 days. And the 10th day, the judge said that I was beaten up by the police and I didn't do anything wrong. And then...
Yeah, but it wasn't a criminal case that it was a mental health case. Hence the MH is mental health, plus you've also indicated probate, which is where the mental health court is located, is in the probate division. You didn't have any criminal charges, so unfortunately that avenue is not a thing, so you won't be able to recoup any of the if you were arrested or booked or anything else like that type of fees. As far as mental health goes, you were placed into the hospital on a 72-hour hold. They kept you longer than 72 hours, which they can do, awaiting the judge and awaiting the physician's records. Have you ever had a mental health hold before?
No.
Okay. Let me see here. And the other time, the March 27, 2019 incident happened in Miami as well?
Yes, sir.
You no longer live in Miami?
No, sir. I literally had to run away from Miami, and I'm in Tallahassee, Florida, because ever since I reported the police brutality case and them covering up the police brutality case and falsifying the police report, people have been harassing me. And then the coronavirus pandemic happened, and for my safety, I'm literally in Tallahassee, Florida now.
Okay.
But I'm still injured, and my injuries have gotten worse. I need monetary relief at this point.
I need to double check with my boss because there is a statute of limitations when it comes to suing the departments for unfair. Do you have any of the medical records? Do you have any of the police records? Because you would have had to have the body cams and everything else from that incident as well.
Yeah.
Do you have anything regarding those?
So when I reached out to the internal affairs, they said that they didn't have any body cameras and they didn't have any police video cameras on the vehicles, on the front and the rear of the vehicle. Mm-hmm. But they said they do have the pictures that the internal affairs detective took of the injuries on my body, the fresh wounds caused by Officer Ronnie Rodriguez. And the sergeant, Edwin Gomez, he reached out to a detective via email and sent her his cell phone number and said that he's willing to help in any way that he can and for her to call him. And also, it was confessed to the PRI officer, Leslie Diaz. PRI officer Leslie Diaz, he arrived to that crime scene and immediately walked up to Officer Ronnie Rodriguez and confronted him and said, "Why did you beat him up?" And then Officer Ronnie Rodriguez ended up yelling at PRI officer Leslie Diaz and said, "Man, let's just take this kid somewhere and beat the SHIT out of him some more." And that's when PRI officer Leslie Diaz told him to take me to the emergency room.
Okay. Well, all these things, when it goes against any Florida police, has to go through the association. They're basically their own insurance company. So all these charges, all these people that you have that couldn't vouch for stuff won't have any say in it because it has to go through the insurance company. So when dealing with their insurance companies, because I've had to deal with a few of them, paper talks. So if you have any reports, any medical records, anything else along those lines, that is what will make or break anything. Having statements from the police don't, because the insurance companies that they use do not work for them. And you cannot go after a police officer personally due to the way the police officers are protected. So that's out of the question, unfortunately.
I was told by the City of Miami Attorney's Office that the City of Miami is responsible for the City of Miami Police Department. And they told me that that's what I had to write on the complaint form. And
that is correct. And then you have to follow the proper protocols. You have to submit one copy of the complaint to the state of Florida, which is giving notice to their insurance company, and you have to give proper notice to the city of Stewart because that's their police department. And you have to give proper notice to both before you proceed to go after their insurance company. But yes, that's the only avenue that I can see that you have, but I don't know the time frame of it, and I have to talk to my boss about it to ensure that you didn't blow the statute of limitations on it. Is there any reason why you waited this long before doing anything?
I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any money either to be able to hire an attorney, and plus my injuries kept getting worse, and they just kept tricking me into what I needed to do. And literally, I was on Social Security disability income. I didn't have any resources. I tried to do everything I possibly could. I kept the courts informed. I sent them emails, and everything pertaining to me having to change my address because I kept getting harassed. And the coronavirus pandemic, it shut down the courthouse. And I did everything I possibly could. And there was a judge at the Miami-Dade County Courthouse who they assigned to the case after I complained on a complaint form, which is what the courthouse told me to do after they released me from the hospital. And the judge that was assigned to the case, his name is the Honorable Judge Spencer Eig, and he said that he's willing to consider granting me relief. And then the coronavirus pandemic happened after that, and literally they shut down the courthouse, and it was even more difficult for me to go to court and obtain monetary relief. And plus, I was being harassed that entire time, and I was scared to do anything. But I did what I could. I kept my family informed. I kept the courthouse informed. I was sending all the participating agencies emails about my situation, about the fact that I had to get surgery. I got sick. It was so many different problems. I didn't just purposely not go to court. I was not able to go to court, and I couldn't afford to go to court.
Well, I do know due to the corona, they resorted, most of their hearings were done by Zoom. So it should have made things a lot easier for you because then you could have had Zoom anywhere.
Right. But the thing is, I couldn't afford a laptop. My phone, I had a very cheap, one of those free government food stamp phones. I didn't have, good internet service. I was living at an uninhabitable rental property. It was literally infested with mold and filth and pests. And all of that's documented, pictures, complaints.
Well, unfortunately, like I said, when it comes to statute of limitations, it's a dead bringer. The reason for it is not only because of this situation, but there's a lot of problems when it comes to statute of limitations. I mean, God forbid you have a creditor from 20 years ago trying to sue you over a debt. Well, they can't because of the statute of limitations. So it's there to protect you. But a lot of people, if they don't know the proper procedures, blow the statute of limitations and blow their case because they wait too long.
Yeah, so that's no fault of my own, and this is a very serious case. I mean, it's an attempted murder case that's caused several injuries to my neck and my back, and that was caused by a government employee. So a lot of these cases, I was told, they have leniency when it comes to statute of limitations.
They do not. That's 100% a lie. There is no leniency when it comes to statutes, because if that was the case, you'd have creditors that can sneak around it. They're dead stop blocks. There are some guidelines about leniency, maybe if you were incarcerated and you just got out of jail. And they've actually tightened down those now to where those aren't even effective. So I have to talk to my boss about the statute of limitations. If that's completely blown, then you might have another avenue, but that would be the only one that I would know of, is to go against their insurance companies for monetary value. I'm assuming you weren't kept abreast of what was going on with the internal investigation or how that outcome happened. So the IA file would have to be ordered as well on the officer who performed the act and said what he said.
Yes, so I ordered the internal affairs investigation to send me the photographs that were taken by the internal affairs detective Eric Rodriguez, and it says pending on the public records request website from the City of Miami Police Department. It still says pending, and it's titled photographs. So I'm assuming they're still investigating or still getting the photographs together or something.
When did you request it?
It says, I'll tell you right now. City of Miami Police Department, Police Public Records. My record center, view my requests, email address.
And I know just from dealing with places around the U.S., places around Florida, actually, Miami's one of the slower places that move. I mean, heck, we're up here in Stuart, Florida, and it took me 2 weeks from a small police station that has like 5 officers to get records. So, but you should at least heard something back within 30 days or something.
It says 2 months ago. Open records request, first letter W as in Washington, and then the numbers 049980 hyphen 020824. It says it's titled photographs. It says my name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad, and then there's a check mark, and then there's a circle, and then there's another circle, but it's gray, and it's showing like the progress, and it says in progress, and then it says the open records request was put in 2 months ago, and it says in progress.
Hold on, let me Google that real quick. Florida. thought it was 30 days. Am I wrong?
They asked me to get the HIPAA release of medical records notarized. So I got it notarized by a woman here in Tallahassee named Stacy King.
When did you submit that back to them?
It says March 19th, 2024. And I sent them pictures of the document being notarized, her contact information, her business card information, everything is signed, stamped, everything. It's all right there. You could see it when you open the public records request under details. And I also wrote where it says, describe the documents you are requesting. I said, please see attached. I, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, am requesting the narrative reference photographs mentioned in report number 180809006065-001, entered by Eric Rodriguez, Detective Eric Rodriguez at the City of Miami Police Internal Affairs, badge number 41524, entered on August 21st, 2018 at 8:12:28 a.m. Reported on August 9th, 2018 at 4:55:21 p.m. Occurred on August 9th, 2018 at 4:55:21 p.m. And then it says offense, and then it says non-criminal information statute 777.7777. And then it says location type drugstore / doctor's office hospital. And then it says hate / bias others P person reporting name. And then it says my name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, age 29, sex male, race white. And then it says narrative responding to JMH reference photographs, Jackson Memorial Hospital reference photographs. And then it says incident location, 311 Southwest 7th Street, City of Miami. And it says City of Miami Police Department, 400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Miami, Florida, 33128. Phone number 305-579-6111. And then it says report number 180809006065. Then it says printed by officer with the badge number 42548. And it says printed date and time August 28th, 2018 at 4 p.m. And then I wrote, sincerely, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, 3:21 p.m., Thursday, February 8th, 2024, Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay, so the last entry was from last month when you submitted them the asked for HIPAA release.
Yeah, they asked me to send them a notarized HIPAA release of records document so they could release the records that have...
Yeah, so you sent it to them back in March, you said, right?
Yes, I sent it to them on March 19th, 2024.
And nothing since then have you heard anything?
No, sir.
I would reach back out. There should be a spot on there to message and ask for an ETA.
Yeah, so I called them several times, and I asked to speak with the detective on the case or the...
Don't ask to speak to the detective. Do it through that portal because it also goes through the city itself, which holds the city liable.
Okay, so, right, okay, new message.
There should be a spot to add to add a comment to that thread because it's similar to what they've adopted up here to where you log into your system, you see your list of requests and everything, and you can add to that request and ask for an ETA on production of the documents.
Okay, so I'm on that part of the page. It says new message, and then you said, right, what is the ETA
on the production of the documents?
What is the ETA on the production of the documents.
Correct.
Should
And then
I put sincerely Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad in the day and time?
no, because they know it's you and they receive it just like you can see when they sent you that message. That's the benefit of their online system, and that online system's controlled by the city. So you calling up, just giving you how it works. When you call up the police, they can blow you off. When you put it through their system right there, the city will put pressure on them to get it closed and get it done and over with, because there's guidelines that the city has to produce things in a timely manner. Unfortunately, that's how the case law states, is that it has to be done in a timely manner, but they don't state the definition of timely manner. So this has to be completed in a quote-unquote timely manner by Florida statute. So the city's going to put pressure on them to get it done and over with, so they can't be sued. Because they can be sued if they don't provide you reasonable documents. So they're going to put pressure on the police department to get it done. So with you wording it like that and sending it out like that, you should get a response back on those documents. But I still need to talk to my boss on the statute of limitations on the charge themselves to find out exactly the ins and outs of the statute of limitations, and then I'm going to have to give you a call back, okay?
Yes, sir. And then how much money is it going to cost me, or how much money should I send to you guys to help me?
I do not handle that. That is strictly through my boss. I handle the administrative portion of it and everything else like that. My concern first is finding out information regarding this, finding out if there's something that we can do, and if there's not something we can do, then I need to let you know that. So let me get to this before we even get to that step, okay?
Yes, sir. I was also told that this is turned into an equitable tolling remedy matter. They said that we could just refile the case, and then we would just have to mention the equitable tolling remedy. So the statute of limitations won't apply in this case.
And again, I will ask my boss on that. But again, if things like this exist, then it's also ways for people to come after you. And actually, I just Googled it, and that has to do from an appeal period. That has to do with, it looks like, after appeals.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, I'm genuinely injured. They literally put me on Social Security disability income because of the injuries.
I understand, but you have to understand, if these statutes weren't here to play, you could be sued for something you did 30 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. That's the thing. I mean, I genuinely need monetary relief to be able to fully recover, or at least get as close as I could to fully recover.
And there's people all over who are they get the runaround, and it's a typical thing. It's just like a car insurance company that owes you money for damages, and they'll give you the runaround. They keep telling, we're going to get it to it. They're going to get to you, and they purposely give you the runaround until after the statute of limitations is blown. They do it. That's how come it's so crucial that people talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what they did to me. That's exactly what they did to me.
In all honesty, if a lawyer smells that there's money, they're going to jump at it. And they're not going to lie to you. They're not going to sugarcoat it. If they smell that there's money that can be made from this, they're going to jump at it. But you're going to get the runaround from any sort of person who's going to owe you money until after that statute of limitations is blown. Yeah, and then they're going to tell you to basically pound salt. I mean, I hate to be rude like that, but that's what they'll tell you.
No, you're not being rude. No, you're not being rude at all. You're telling me exactly what they did to me. I'm telling you that's exactly what they did to me, and they know they do that from experience because they've done it to several other people. I mean,
exactly.
You have to remember, my opposing counsels are municipalities of city and state government, the same government that's giving me Social Security disability income every month, and also has my phone number, my email address, my home address, my doctor's information that they're providing to me because I'm on government Medicaid health insurance also. So they have every bit of information they need to literally be able to continue to use that same type of tactic, that you just stated, that I also confirmed that they did to me. And so you're absolutely right. And that's why it's turned into an equitable tolling remedy matter.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I know a lot about the statute of limitations because a lot of people have lost cases regarding that. So that's another question I'll have to ask John on. So let me talk to him on that and get back to you. Okay?
Yes, sir. I'm willing to pay attorney's fees. Just I really need you to help me, please. You know,
I'll tell you this right now. My boss has turned away many cases because it wouldn't make the client money. He will not take anything from you if he doesn't think you have a case. So I'm just letting you know that if he turns you down, it's because he doesn't think that he personally can make you a case. So let me talk to him, let him do some work. If he can find something that can be done, or if you do have a case, then I can give you the good news. If you don't, then I can maybe point you in a direction of somewhere that can. But let me talk to him first because he's the attorney. He's the stopgap of what I need answered.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye.
The time now is 4:32 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The duration of this audio transcript is 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 56 seconds. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, this is Omar.
Yes, Omar. This is Attorney Michael Robertson. How you doing today?
Where do I begin?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm telling you what, this Monday has been one hell of a Monday, for me at least. I don't know about you. But anyway, what is it you're looking for an attorney to help you out with?
So pretty much the same thing that I mentioned to you already. I need my case refiled with the equitable tolling remedy.
Okay. And this is a pending case, and where's it pending at?
So the case, it's not pending because I couldn't continue to go to court because of the coronavirus.
Okay, well, let's back up just a second. Did you file a complaint?
Yeah, I filed a complaint.
Where did you file it? Okay, as I ask, or usually, I always ask yes, no, I don't know questions. Because all I need is a yes, no, or I don't know. Where is it filed? Where was it filed at?
The Miami-Dade County Courthouse.
Okay, and I'm in Sarasota. I think we already talked about this, but let me go ahead and take a look.
Yeah, the case, the year. If you go to the
just a second, let me go ahead and take a look real quick here. All right, let's see what's going on. That's for me just to take a look at the court case. And was this is what kind of case is it against whom?
It's against the City of Miami, ETAL. It's specifically against the City of Miami Police Department, but the City of Miami attorney.
So the civil rights case, is that correct?
Yeah, the case is specifically.
Okay, just a second. Again, that's all. Listen. And how do you spell your last name? Fouad?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Let me. Did you file it in the Miami-Dade County, though? You didn't file it in federal court, correct?
Well, I filed it in federal court also because of the reoccurring violations of 18 U.S.C. SS 1513.
Okay, sir. Listen, I'm not seeing. Okay. So you filed. I'm not seeing any case underneath your name filed in Omar Fouad, Fouad, and then Omar Omar, correct?
No, so all the cases that I filed are with my full name.
I'm trying to listen.
Omar.
I can appreciate it. Again, let's just take this one step at a time, okay? First, I'm trying to find the case that you actually filed. All right, let's focus in on that. Okay, you filed with the Miami-Dade County, correct?
Yeah, the year is 2018. The sequence is 29755, and then.
Okay. All right, sir. But again.
So if you go to the Miami-Dade County Courthouse website for where you search for the case.
Yes, sir. I'm looking for. Okay. Again, I'm looking underneath your name. All right, and again, your last name is Fouad, comma. OUAD, and that's Omar. OMAR, correct?
Yeah. So it's under my full name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad.
Oh, wow. Okay, give me the case number.
18
2000. Okay, go ahead.
29755 CA 31, or it might say CA 01.
Okay. Let's see if I can get it underneath that. Okay, I found it. That's City of Miami. I mean, it looks like the case was dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he went through a lot of. Let me see what the order of dismissal is. Actually, it says he was dismissed for lack of prosecution.
Yeah, I wasn't able to continue to go to court because I was getting harassed after I reported it, and then the coronavirus pandemic happened. So it made it impossible. But I called the JA, and I kept the judges informed.
That's fine, sir. It doesn't matter to the law. It doesn't care what your circumstances are, unfortunately. It cares whether or not it gives you notice, and then you're supposed to do something in the court system, or otherwise it gets dismissed. All right. And I guess after the state court, when did you file in the federal court? After or before?
No, it was way after, because I had to move to Broward.
All right.
Yeah, I had to move to Broward County because of the harassment.
Okay, just a second, sir. Again, you keep on providing. Again, let me get. Okay. See if I can get on here and see that case. Okay. Now you have a case number for that one, please.
Yes. Let me pull that up as quickly as possible. That case number is it says 1:20-CV
Okay, just a second. A little slow, sir. 1:20 what?
20-CV -20281 R as in Romeo, N as in Nora, S as in Sam.
Okay, okay. So you're saying it has a 1 before it, and colon.
So it's 1:20 C as in tar. Yeah, CV -20281
Okay, just a second. 20281.
Yes, sir. R as in Romeo, N as in Nora.
Yeah, I don't need the rest. I just need those first designations. So 1:20 CV. Okay.
20281.
1 colon, by the way. Looks like it. Okay. Court. Okay. Okay, and that one you didn't serve them.
Yeah, it's the same problem as the first case.
We don't need to discuss this. I'm again, when it comes down to it, Looks like you filed in 2020, and then it was you didn't get them served timely under 4M. They notified you to get them served, and in other words, I'm trying to analyze this underneath equitable tolling. I don't think you have. I don't think you have a basis for equitable tolling because you want to file again, correct? But you're outside the statute of limitations at this point.
Yeah, the equitable tolling.
Correct.
Yeah, the equitable tolling. It'll apply because, for one, I was being harassed, and then the coronavirus pandemic happened, and also I was on Social Security disability income, and because of my injuries, it prevented me from being able to continue to go to court, and all of the surrounding circumstances. And my only resource was to go to the hospital, which is what I did. And when I went to the hospital, they kept sending me to uninhabitable rental properties to live. And at those uninhabitable rental properties, they were infested with mold and filth and pests, and it kept making me sick.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's, equitable tolling is something that necessarily comes into play when, there's a, because you're going through a rough time in your life, it's usually not a good basis for equitable tolling. All right? You understand? Especially given that you filed in state court once. All right? That got dismissed because you failed to prosecute. Right? You didn't file in federal court. All right?
Yeah, but
then you didn't move forward on it.
I didn't know how to move forward. The only thing I knew to do was to just tell them what the police did to me. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I went to the courthouse.
Again, sir. That is, I understand why you think, again, that the problem with it is that we're talking strictly in respect to an equitable tolling argument. All right. The fact that you filed in state court and then it was dismissed, but you're paying to prosecute. You filed in federal court, and regardless of the reasons, you didn't know the statute of limitations. You filed timely, but then you didn't proceed upon it. Right.
I didn't know the statute of limitations, nor did I know what to do other than to tell a judge.
Yeah, I understand that, but the court's going to go, then you hire an attorney. Right?
I tried.
Again, so, sir, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to tell you what the law is. I don't see an equitable tolling argument here because of equitable tolling is for situations in which you didn't know or you relied upon something that the other party stated in terms of a resolution. In other words, it's equitable tolling. And at least you're outside the state court per se, but I assume, unless, and also to add on to this, all right, equitable tolling isn't going to be available for any state cause of action, all right? Equitable tolling is only something that is going to be applicable to a federal, all right? Let me look at your amended complaint.
Yeah, I literally called every single attorney on Google search.
I know. Again, like I said, it doesn't. Again, like I said, the court is very unsympathetic to those kinds of arguments because they're common. Everybody's, nobody really has. And then, yeah.
Well, they can't sympathize with crime. I'll tell you that much because there's
evidence. They don't. The court has no sympathy. Bottom line, it has no sympathy. It's not there for sympathy. It's there to decide disputes.
Yeah, I can't
sympathy has no part. The only time sympathy plays any role in a court action is when you're before a jury.
Yeah, I can't accept that judgment. The officer clearly attempted to murder me because I told on him for pushing me.
Okay, sir, that's fine and good, but at the end of the day, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about equitable tolling.
Right.
Again, at the end of the day, you move forward pro se, and unfortunately, this is the thing. See, this is the problem with going after the city. The police officer, right? Police officer might be liable underneath the federal law, but as you may or may not know, a 1983 action is usually not available against the actual police because they have sovereign immunity, right? Without going into a full lecture on how ridiculous sovereign immunity is, which it is, the courts use it to protect the police officers. And the fact of the matter is police force can't be held liable underneath respondent superior, which is a Latin term for, employers being responsible for the acts of their employees within the scope of their job, right? So it has to be based, if you're going after the city, it has to be based upon some policy All right. Now you can go after the individual officers, but it has to be for willful and malicious. All right. And you may want to go ahead and look up that. But saying that, you'd have no your state court of actions where you have no equitable tolling underneath that. All right. Federal courts do recognize equitable tolling, but it's exceptional. You have to be exceptional. All right. The fact of the matter is that usually people that are the victim of police malfeasance go through the same things you go through. In other words, not exceptional. You understand? And you took two opportunities, and you didn't follow through.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Right?
I couldn't, though. That's the thing. They took advantage
Well,
of
at
me.
the end of the day, sir, again, like I said,
you have to remember who my opposing counsel
I listened to you. I heard everything you said. All right? Circumstances are such that necessarily, again, the court's not going to look at it that way. All right?
I've got injuries that have gotten worse because of it.
I understand that, sir. Again, as I've already tried to state to you, I'm just a messenger here, okay? I've dealt with these cases for 26 years. All right. Equitable tolling, and not only that, but again, the state court cases, your state causes of action are the best way to go after the city. All right, because they have at least the city has waived sovereign immunity with respect to state court actions. But winning underneath the 1983 against a city is like very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. With all the exceptions they have. So at the end of the day, again, your equitable tolling would only be applicable to a 1983 action. And more than likely, it would be only applicable to the malicious acts of the officers themselves. But again, I don't see much chance for success.
Well,
all right, given the fact you told me. Again, like I said, it's usually reserved to exceptional circumstances where you were misled by the other party or otherwise thought that necessarily there was going to be a resolution of it.
Yeah, I did what they told me to do. That's all I knew to do. I even had to file the case through indigency status.
Okay, sir, listen, I don't know what you mean by they told you to do, but understand this. The court is not there to help you at all.
Well, when I went there and I told them what they were doing to me, they said, write what they did to you on this complaint form, and we'll file it through indigency status. And they kept harassing me after that, and I literally had to move.
Again, sir, that may be the case, but that's the first of court, and again, they didn't tell you not to do something to hold your state case. They didn't tell you not to get these people served. Right?
I didn't know how to serve them. I didn't know what to do.
Well, to serve, that's why you have to look it up. That's why Google exists, right?
You have to remember, I had $700 from Social Security disability.
Listen, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to say...
No, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you.
The court does not listen to these arguments. They do not find these arguments valid.
Well,
they have to. I didn't know what to do. Well, that's why you look it up. That's why you do the research. That's why you have to read. If you're representing yourself individually, you have to educate yourself. That's not our responsibility.
And
that's yours.
I honestly
again,
did
sir, I understand that. Again, I understand it, but again, the court is not going to understand. It's not a good equitable tolling argument.
Well, then I guess we have to use a different argument or something, because what they did is exactly what I told them. And they're not allowed to do that.
Sir, again, I don't think you're understanding. Again, there is no situation where the court is not going to sit there and go, listen, you didn't have them served. I didn't know how to have them served. Well, then you should have looked it up. There's information online that tells you exactly how to do that. And there is. On their page, as a matter of fact. And then you can look it up. How to get them served. They won't accept that argument because Google exists nowadays. There was a time when that argument would be accepted, back in 1998, maybe, when I graduated law school. It's not an acceptable argument anymore.
Yeah, I didn't have any way to serve them. I mean, I was living at an uninhabitable rental property.
Sir,
I had to get surgery.
I heard you again. I heard you, and you can say it as many times as you like. It isn't going to change what my opinion is. You don't have a basis for equitable tolling, in my opinion.
Well, I had to get surgery. That proves that I was
That's fine, sir. But at the end of the day, again, not a good equitable tolling argument.
Well, I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling the truth.
I didn't say you weren't, sir. Again, I don't know how to say this to you. Again, it's not a good equitable tolling argument. The lack of knowledge on how to get them served is not a good equitable tolling argument.
I'm going off of what Google's telling me. It says equitable tolling is a common principle of law stating that a statute.
Sir, you don't have. I don't need you. Listen, I've been doing this for 26 years. I'm the last person you need to educate on this. All right, I know what equitable tolling is.
All right, well then,
naturally, an attorney with a degree.
I believe you. Well, let's
26 years of experience. Again, you may not like what I'm saying to you, but again, it's not a good basis for an equitable tolling argument. Sorry.
I'm just trying to tell you what happened. I mean, we could think of something else.
I heard you, sir. Again, you need to listen to me. Again, I understand. You could have been racked with pain and everything else, but you dropped the ball twice. There's a state court action. Attorney on the other side is going to have no problem in defeating any kind of equitable tolling argument. Not to mention the fact, again, you can't, what you'd have to do is you'd have to file a complaint, all right? You'd have to get them served, all right? Statute of limitations is an affirmative defense. They would have to then file a motion to dismiss for failure to state the statute of limitations. You'd then have to respond with a memorandum of law indicating that equitable tolling, requesting equitable tolling, all right? At the end of the day, that's $6,000-$7,000 worth of an attorney's time. Right? Because if you weren't able to educate yourself on how to get someone served, I doubt very seriously you're going to be able to educate yourself on how to defend this. And you can't just hire an attorney to do an equitable tolling argument. Do you understand?
Well, if we could think of a different remedy, that would be great. Because, I mean, I honestly was
no,
not
sir.
able
Again,
to
statute of limitations. Listen.
Yeah,
again, as I've stated to you,
I can't accept that
statute of limitations. What's that?
I can't accept that judgment. I mean, they have to recognize, with the clear and convincing evidence that I have, literally photographs from the internal affairs taking pictures of the injuries that the officer caused.
Sir, that has no relevance right now.
So
you need to, you don't understand the law. A statute of limitations is there as a bright line cutoff. It doesn't matter if someone murdered your father in front of you. All right. If you don't sue them in time for a wrongful death action, you're cut off.
Yeah, but if you're not able to, there has to be some kind of remedy for that. I mean, they're acknowledging that the person is injured.
Again, like I said, I stated to you that, again, listen, again, right? Do you have the $7,000 to pay an attorney to do this? All right?
Oh, yes, I do.
And
sir.
I wouldn't take it on.
I'm willing to pay it because I have clear and convincing evidence proving that the officer injured me. And I'm still injured.
Listen to me. It does not matter if you have clear and convincing evidence that these people shot your father. I don't know how to say this any clearer to you. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It matters whether or not you timely filed. And you did in 2 cases. The fact of the matter is you timely filed.
And I struggled to do that.
That's not the issue. You did not follow through with it.
I struggled to file it.
An equitable tolling argument based on these facts, in my opinion, is a waste of time.
Not to me.
It does not matter how good your case was. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So stop telling me how good your case is.
So, Mr. Michael Robinson, what other remedy do you recommend?
You have no remedy at this point in time. Look up statute of limitations, sir. That's, again, here, I'll give you my mentor, the guy I went to work for the first time, right? He said something to me. He said, you know what? Don't worry about it. You can fix anything except for a statute of limitations problem.
Yeah, well, it's an equitable tolling remedy matter if there is no other remedy. If there's no other remedy,
again, equitable tolling is for, all right, as I've already stated, I know equitable tolling. It's only available in the federal court. You've already lost your state court cases. No argument there. Because there's a statute that limits the tolling for state causes of action, and you don't qualify for any of them. With respect to the federal causes of action, all right, the equitable tolling isn't going to work because you filed 2 times. You knew that you just didn't proceed upon it because you didn't have the finances or otherwise were in a bad situation. That will not serve as a good argument for equitable tolling.
So if someone's got somebody's hands behind their back and they
let me give you a suggestion. Again, like I said,
how are they supposed to defend themselves?
Well, again, sir, listen.
It doesn't
Again,
make sense to
you
me.
don't understand the law. You don't understand what's going on here.
I
The
don't.
statute of limitations is in order to cut off your ability to sue people.
And they
It
took
didn't
advantage
exist
of
at one
that.
point in time, and I'm not going to give you a lecture on it. Again, I'm not here to argue or debate with you. I'm here to give you advice. My opinion is that there is no basis for equitable tolling. All right, if you can find an attorney that will, again, if they take it on, they're going to lose, in my opinion.
They're not gonna. How could they lose if there's evidence proving
Sir,
that I'm
I'm
injured?
not here to debate with you. All right, and again, you have no. Listen, you want to go? There's website Google Scholar. Have you looked at it?
I don't. It doesn't make a difference to me. What I know is what they did to me, and they're not allowed to do
Again,
that to
sir, as
people.
I've already told you ad infinitum here, it's irrelevant what they did to you. The only thing that's relevant is whether or not you're filing timely. You went forward on 2 cases. You didn't. You let one be dismissed. Again, I'm not going to repeat myself. There's no way in hell I would ever try to take this to court because there's a Rule 11 sanctions, all right? Which if any, I doubt their sister can find any other attorney to take it on either. Because again, I've been doing this for 26 years.
So okay, so let me ask you. Let me ask you a simple question. So
Well, here, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? Why don't you listen to me? I've already answered your question, sir. Again, you just don't like the answer. Go to Google Scholar, all right, and do some legal research, all right, and maybe you can figure it out yourself. But at the end of the day,
figure it out myself. Why would I figure?
yeah,
I'm
again-
traumatized, dude. I'm injured. I need help. That's why I'm calling you.
Sir, listen, this is
telling me
2018, all right? 2018, you're not still traumatized. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you want to switch roles in life or something? I don't understand what. I mean, we've talked.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was homeless from age 15 to 16.
And that's not my problem, sir. That's not.
Neither is yours the courts. Now you know how the courts are going to look.
No. That's not. That's an equitable tolling.
Again,
That's an equitable tolling remedy matter, if you ask me.
Listen, again, at the end of the day, I don't believe you have an equitable tolling argument. And I wouldn't be taking on the case because I'm not going to get sanctioned for making a frivolous argument.
Sir, if you are homeless in the state of Florida, that's because of the state legislators' friends and their toxic
Don't tell me
lifestyle.
about my life. I won't tell you about yours, okay?
Well, I'm just being honest with you, sir. I think you're a victim.
Again, you don't know my life. You can't be honest with me about something you have no idea about.
So then, how are you going to?
Listen, I'm not
How are
looking
you?
for
How
your
you?
advice.
How are you
Listen,
going to
sir,
try to?
I'm done.
How are you going to
I've
justify?
given you my opinion.
How are you
This
going
is a consultation.
Sir, you're not even letting me explain the situation to you, and you're trying to justify it.
Again, that is untrue. Listen, sir.
You just said the same
filed
thing.
twice. Is that true? Again, I know the
I
situation.
struggled,
You've told me
though.
so
I
many
struggled.
times. You're in a bad situation. I listened to you. Again, you just don't like the answer I'm giving you, and I'm sorry that you don't. But at the end of the day, I am not going to take on the case. All right, you don't have to listen to my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. It's just an opinion. Find another attorney. See if you can find some other attorney that gives you a better opinion. Again, in my opinion, you don't have an equitable tolling argument.
All right,
Okay, are we clear?
all right, Michael Robinson. With all due respect, give me my $25 back, sir.
No, sir. All right,
yes,
again,
sir.
you pay for a consultation. This is not to give you
Sir, with all due respect, man, we had an appointment at 2 p.m.
Whatever. Again, listen, sir, this is a consultation. I've spent like friggin' over 30 minutes with you. I'm not here. A consultation
Over
is for
30
me
minutes.
to tell you whether or not you have a case. It's not to give you the answers you want. And just because you're displeased with the fact that
You're not even letting me explain the situation to you, though.
Again, go ahead then. Go ahead. Explain the situation. What is it?
What, does it make a difference at this point?
Go ahead. Explain.
It doesn't make
What's the situation? What did I not let you say? Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
Does it make a difference, though? You already said you're not going to help me.
Sir, if you want to explain your situation, go ahead. Again, if you're going to say something, go ahead. You said I didn't. I will let you explain your situation right now.
So are you going to help me or not, man? Because, like I said, I'm traumatized.
Again, sir, listen, you just said, are you going to just go back and forth and defer from, again, if you want to explain your situation, tell it. What did I not let you say? Go ahead.
You know, it's making me sick.
Or are you just lying?
It's making me sick, literally having to think about this over and over again. When I tell you I'm traumatized, and you're telling me I'm not traumatized.
Have a good day, sir. All right. Again, I'm done.
Give me my money back, sir. You're a scam artist, dude. Time now is 2:48 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
You have reached the office of Michael T. Robertson. Unfortunately, no one is available to take your call at the present time. If you are seeking to schedule a consultation, please leave your name, number, and a message you would like to schedule a consultation. If you're an existing client, please message me through my case or via email in lieu of leaving a voicemail. Any other callers, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience and consideration, and have a blessed day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Mr. Robertson, this is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad again. The time now is 2:15 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. We have an appointment scheduled today at 2 p.m.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4. Are you still there? At the tone, please continue recording. At the end of your message, press 1.
Please call me as soon as you get this message.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording. Message review.
Mr. Robertson, this is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad again. The time now is 2:15 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. We have an appointment scheduled today at 2 p.m. Please call me as soon as you get this message.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4. Message erased. At the tone, please re-record your message. At the end of your message, press 1.
Mr. Robinson, this is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad again. The time now is 2:17 p.m. We have an appointment scheduled at 2 p.m. today to 2:30 p.m. Once again, the time now is 2:17 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. Please call me as soon as you get this message.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4. Message review.
Mr. Robinson, this is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad again. The time now is 2:17 p.m. We have an appointment scheduled at 2 p.m. today to 2:30 p.m. Once again, the time now is 2:17 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. Please call me as soon as you get this message.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4. To send your message with normal delivery, press 1. To send your message with urgent delivery, press 2. Thank you. Your message has been sent. Goodbye.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
You have reached the office of Michael T. Robertson. Unfortunately, no one is available to take your call at the present time. If you are seeking to schedule a consultation, please leave your name, number, and a message you would like to schedule a consultation. If you're an existing client, please message me through my case or via email in lieu of leaving a voicemail. Any other callers, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience and consideration, and have a blessed day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
You have reached the office of Michael T. Robertson. Unfortunately, no one is available to take your call at the present time. If you are seeking to schedule a consultation, please leave your name, number, and a message you would like to schedule a consultation. If you're an existing client, please message me through my case or via email in lieu of leaving a voicemail. Any other callers, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience and consideration, and have a blessed day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robertson. This is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. The time now is 2 p.m. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. We have an appointment scheduled today at 2 p.m. The time now is 2 p.m.